Diz pra minha mãe que eu vou atrás do meu sonho e ele não tá tão distante assim. Lembro das noites perdidas de sono. Acreditar foi o melhor pra mim. Somando kills, eu fiz o meu nome. MVP, sonho de menor. Seleção da LBFF. Brota na frente que vai pro esquece. Somando kills, eu fiz o meu nome. MVP, sonho de menor. Seleção da LBFF. Brota na frente que vai pro esquece.
A decolagem foi autorizada. Vou quebrar cal, dominar o território. Com inteligência em qualquer mapa. Kalahari, bermuda ou purgatório. Qualquer erro é fatal. Leva o rebaixamento. Ser pra player na distância. Dedicação 100%. Objetivo é a taça e pulseira. MVP, o brabo da galera. Ser campeão da Liga Brasileira. Presencial, todo mundo na espera. Acredita no sonho, você pode vencer. Um vende a milho, outro era gari. Hoje tão na LB. Não vai faltar empenho, nem paciência. Na persistência, de carro com a essência.
Pra minha mãe que eu vou atrás do meu sonho e ele não tá tão distante assim. Lembro das noites perdidas de sono. Acreditar foi o melhor pra mim. Somando kills, eu fiz o meu nome. MVP, sonho de menor. Seleção da LBFF. Brota na frente que vai pro esquece.
Manter sempre constante. O campeonato mais importante. Foi pequeno e vira gigante. Vida se torna melhor que antes. Mais agressivo. Com a pressão em cima de sempre tá atrás de título. Troca farma e no jogo ela fica. Time entrosado e vamos pra cima. As melhores equipes do Esports. Tem live, a torcida sempre torce. Mensagem apoia até na derrota. Pro time levar essa vitória. Hoje é dia de LB. Tem guerra em todas as quedas. Pacote hypado no traje. Vamos ser campeão, então esquece.
Diz pra minha mãe que eu vou atrás do meu sonho e ele não tá tão distante assim. Lembro das noites perdidas de sono. Acreditar foi o melhor pra mim. Somando kills, eu fiz o meu nome. MVP, sonho de menor. Seleção da LBFF. Brota na frente que vai pro esquece.
Correndo pela viela, nasce no gueto. Toca na pista e no bico. Sempre disseram que a vida é um jogo. Durmo tarde, acordo cedo. Mano, acredita no sonho. Perca tuas noites de sono, faça valer. Também disseram que eu não era capaz. E quem disse viu tudo isso acontecer. Melhor da minha área, melhor que tá tendo. Melhor que ninguém, só melhor que eu mesmo. Minha voz ninguém cala. Já viu que vencemos, que nós é o trem. E talento tem minha fé.
Diz pra minha mãe que eu vou atrás do meu sonho e ele não tá tão distante assim. Lembro das noites perdidas de sono. Acreditar foi o melhor pra mim. Somando kills, eu fiz o meu nome. MVP, sonho de menor. Seleção da LBFF. Brota na frente que vai pro esquece.
Oh my God, I missed this! Welcome back to LBFF as we reach season number 6, and I'm so happy to bring you guys more of the Brazilian Free Fire League. And we are back. Of course, I'm not by myself. I'm thrilled, I'm excited, and I'm with my co-pilot, Carol Bombshell. I miss you, girl. How you doing?
Hello, everyone. Hello, Marcelo. I just have one thing to say. Forget it, because it is LBFF Season 6, and we are here to take it over, Marcelo. It's going to be a dream come true, seeing all the teams playing again, and us here, right here, with all of you, just, you know, enjoying the best of Free Fire.
We got some debuting teams, we've got some teams coming back, we've got the champions of Evocate in Season 5 playing in the season number 6. We have lots and lots of changes, but we got to know which teams will be playing in this season for LBFF season number 6. Will come up on the screen for you guys. The list of the teams playing today. No, we have a video package prepared for you guys.
Way better.
To understand which teams will be playing with us.
Aqui é Corinthians. Vai tá é bonito.
Puxa na fera. Campeão.
Wow.
Yeah, my God, the newcomers are excited and so are us. We got 5 teams debuting on Serie A this season. We will talk about them as they come into play, but we got to know what teams will be playing today and tomorrow, since we have 2 days of Free Fire a week. And we see that today we will have groups A and B with Bonji, one of the debuting teams, Corinthians, Nitrox Top 10 on their second season, Team Cora Solid on their second season, TSM FTX, the team solo mid, is joining Free Fire Brazilian League for this season, and Vivocate. In Group B, we have Amazon Creeps coming from Serie B after an amazing story. Amazon Creep, an amazing story to be told that we will be telling you guys throughout the whole season. Fluxo team that got the 3rd place last season. Los Grandes back after relegation last season. This season they are trying to do good once again. That Shoes Miners with a whole reformed team, a whole reformed squad, lots of great achievements for them in the last season, and now they are back. SS Esports with a new player whose name cannot be mentioned. We'll talk about that soon. And She's There. Team X came from Serie B last season and they became She's There, also a debuting team on Serie A, and they have 2 girls on their squad.
2 girls, Marcelo. Yes, finally. We talked so much about that last season, and finally they brought girls.
And we have confirmation that today Debzada will make her debut.
Debzada.
We will have Debzada playing today. A girl playing in LBFF Season 6 just to start the season, right, Carol? But tomorrow we still have more games. We still have more matches coming up.
Ooh.
We will have once again Group A with Bonji, Corinthians, Nitrox Top 10, Team Cora Solid, Team Solo Mid, and Vivocate going against B4, who had an amazing run last season.
Oh, yeah.
Furia, who made us want a little more from them last season. Loud as well, not such a good season as they had on Season 4 and Season 3. Metagaming, a good team that showed us that they want to do better this season. Real Esports and Tropa. All teams will be joining each other, and we will know all teams up until tomorrow. So you got to stay tuned with us, and you got to check out the first week of LBFF Season 6. Carol, what do you expect from the newcomers?
Well, Marcelo, since last season we have watched great stuff coming from the newcomers, right? We also have to welcome the new ones this season, like you said, like you present for us here today. But in their squad they bring old faces, but the new ones to compose their squad here, and I'm very anxious to see the potential of the newcomers, because we haven't seen, like, for example, Vitin, they gave us quite a show in the semi-finals. He was one of the players that got 15 kills in one single day, and that's amazing comparing to the veterans that coming here to the Free Fire Brazilian League. So my question is, Marcelo, do you think the newcomers and the veterans around here, they have the same potential, they have the same, thing to compete face by face, the mano a mano?
I'd like to see some matchups between those old players. I want to see how the newcomers fare off against the old guys, but I want to see some rivalries rising, because for the first time we have Sebotiva split in LBFF. We have Peusada leaving Team Liquid and joining the Netshoes Miners squad. We have to talk a lot about the changes that happened between the teams, right, Carol?
I gotta say something that the newcomers, they bring such a different feeling, a different desire that the veterans kind of rely on it, and that's why we have to watch the marketing of Free Fire. So
Yeah, we got it.
let's check this out, guys.
Where are the guys?
What's up, my troop? LBFF 6 is in the area. Are you more lost than a GPS without internet signal? Stay calm, cause we are on. And we are about to tell you the main news of the transfer market. Hold the bullet train, little troop, because the Miners locomotive is in a hurry. The guys went to the game house of the relegated Team Liquid to take peusada.
Tá ligado que o pai é diferenciado, né?
And they sign with Field from Furia and Rick from Pain.
Agora o pai é Miners.
The guys are so insatiable. But in life, sometimes you lose, sometimes you win, my friend. Cebolinha is gone. He said bye-bye to the Miners to strength to Los Grandes. Who arrives with the Cebolinha? It's him, MVR, who also left from the Cavalry.
Casa nova, time novo, é vapo.
The champion Vivocade has almost the same squad that won the last championship.
É campeão.
As a new player, only the boy Hey.
Eu voltei, pai. Esquece.
Haha, it is the giggle of mockery back in the Serie A, my friend. We try, but we can't imitate, right? Newcomers can go soft, right? They hired 1-9 from Fury Team, R7 from Before, and Victor 7 from Nitro. And there is also him, Level Up, World Champion with Corinthians. In the Fury Team, the line has moved on, boy. 1-9 is out, and Gusta comes in.
Puxa de Fúria!
He showed up on the scenario after the Favela Cup title, which we broadcasted. From the community to the elite. Fly, boy, and watch out for the prank. So that's it, my little troop. Who's here? Welcome. And who's gone? See you another day. And everyone is going to go all in this LBFF 6. So stay tuned and let's go.
Esquece.
I'm thrilled to see how these new squads are gonna fare off against each other. We know that communication and synchrony is really important in the competition, but there's something that we need to highlight.
Oh, what is that?
Today, Free Fire is 4 years old! 4 years of one of the best games ever, and the best game ever that we're here bringing you guys.
Should we
gotta
sing
sing
it?
some happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Hey!
Happy birthday to you. Hey! Happy birthday, dear Free Fire.
Happy birthday to you.
Hip hip hooray!
So we're 4 years old and we're thrilled to bring you guys all the excitement of Free Fire, because this game changes lives and it's changing our lives day after day, and it changed Vivocade's life.
No, but I gotta say something first,
Please.
Marcelo. Changed my life. I have played Free Fire 4 years. I played since the second season of the Elite Pass, and it has been changing my life so far, and I'm very glad for Free Fire in my life. I am Free Fire, so Free Fire, thank you so much and happy birthday. I love this game. But yeah, Marcelo, our champion are back with the same squad, but bringing back Hey that play LBFF Season 3 for Flamengo, in Season 4 for Vivocade, and he was out in the Season 5, but now he's back for the 6th season to add it up in the VK squad, is that right? But if we are talking about the coming backs, there are a lot of things happening in the squad of Vivocade, right?
Of course, there's a lot of things happening, so we got to what? Stay tuned.
expectativa é sempre lá em cima, o time está muito bem, vamos manter o mesmo ritmo de sempre e como nós já temos um entrosamento maior vai ser um pouco mais fácil, mas nada é fácil na LB, tudo pode acontecer.
Ted agora tá com lança, Ted! Vivo Cade atropelando por aqui!
Não tem nenhuma pressão, se nós for campeão ou não, vamos fazer nosso jogo da mesma forma que sempre fizemos, sempre pra cima, agressivo, e vamos procurar sempre fazer o nosso. Também agradecer a torcida de vocês, ajudou demais, né? Essa reta final do campeonato passado, e continue aí com nós, me dá muito orgulho, esquece aquela.
É campeão!
They are the champions and probably one of the favorites for LBFF Season 6, right, Carol?
Yeah, I would say the same, Marcelo. They are probably one of the favorites, especially because they remain with the same squad. We have seen great stuff coming from General, we have seen great stuff coming from Odessa and that God. They are such a great duo, and they will probably make a great difference this season as well. So the teams should be prepared to face off with Vivocate.
But I need to ask you one thing.
Shoot away.
Did you cast one of those players from Vivocate in your FF squad team? Because
Oh, dear.
I missed a fantasy game in LBFF, and now we have the official fantasy game for LBFF Season 6, the FF squad. We will bring you guys on the screen some information on the FF squad, but just join us because we have the punctuation system going on the screen for you guys to understand how FF squad works. We have 4 players, 4 points for killing, 5 points for first blood, 2 points for assistance, 10 points for being the MVP of the drop, and 0.002 point per damage. Each 1 point of damage the player gives, he awards 0.002 points, and he gets more points for team position after each drop. And the coaches get the total points for the team on that drop as well. So join us and get your teams ready, because my team is ready, and I know I'm gonna destroy the Casters League for LBFF Season 6. I know I'll be the champion. I already know I'll be the champion.
Hold your horses, Marcelo, because I'm here as well, and I chose great players, an awesome coach, and I'm pretty much sure I'm going to, face off against you.
I bet you spent all your money on the team on the first day and you forgot about the second day. I bet you did it. I bet you did it. So I'm not destroying with consistency. I'm destroying with strategy. I will win this whole thing. You can expect it to be true. But Carol, we are getting ready for the first drop of the season. What are your expectations? We are heading to Purgatory.
Yeah.
And I'm thrilled. Are you thrilled?
I am very thrilled, Marcelo, especially because we gotta say that Fluxo team is playing today, right? And they got Japa BKR in their squad, and Japa BKR is the only one. He's known as the Dumbledore of the Lord of Free Fire. the people around here call him the Lord of Free Fire because he's definitely the only one to be in 2 follow editions to be a winner. So he won in the first edition, in the first season with Team Liquid, and then he won the second time with Fluxo team, and he's about, Marcelo, to go to the 400 kills. So a lot of expectations on this specifically player for sure, but also to watch today the newcomers coming and playing, because we saw that Team Coda Solid and Nitrox top 10 last season gave us what we were expecting, and let's see if the newcomers this season have the same capability to do this kind of stuff here that we like to watch.
I gotta say, I'm amazed to see Team Solo Mid joining LBFF, such an important team around the world, bringing their name to the Free Fire Brazilian League. It's so important and so amazing. Welcome to Team Solo Mid, but it's also amazing to see Amazon Creeps coming in.
Oh, yeah.
The guys who have an amazing story coming from Amazonas, one of the states in the north of Brazil.
The heart of Brazil.
Actually, the heart of Brazil, indeed. And we have Bonde, Tropa, XD, 5 teams in total, bringing some new faces to the league, to the LBFF. And I'm thrilled to see it, but I'm thrilled to do one thing that I missed so much.
What is that, Marcelo?
I'm thrilled to hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R1D1 heading straight to Purgatory. This is your Captain Marcelo Ferrantini, and how I missed this. By my side, my co-pilot Carl Bombshell invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, cause Carl, I'm getting ready. I'm sure you're getting ready. It's time to drop, Carol!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 6th season of Free Fire Brazilian League, and we are going straight to Purgatory. Remember that this time we bring new teams, newcomers, and we don't know for sure their favorite drop calls. But let's welcome and enjoy our stay with Bonde, Corinthians, Nitrox Top 10, Team Coda Solid, TSM, Vivocade, Amazon Creeps, Fluxo Team, Los Grandes, Nightshow's Miners, SS Sports, and XD, Marcelo, with 2 girls, but Debzada is the only one that is going to start here today. So we saw that SS Sports won one season with Tami in their squad.
Yeah.
Should we bring the same expectations to Debzada this season?
I hope so. I'm thrilled to see a team investing on the girls playing. They deserve the opportunity. They deserve their space. And they will compete. They are coming to compete. They are coming to try to be the best. And to be the best, they know that they have to beat the best. They know they will have to go against Vivocade, against Fluxo, against Loud, against Corinthians, the most experienced teams in the league. And I'm thrilled to see that they are not hiding from that opportunity. They're showing the world that women can play just like or even better than us men.
Perfect, Marcelo, perfect. And before we start our first match, we talk a lot about the coming backs. And we gotta say that Fluxo team is back, of course, this season. And our crowd MVP from last season, it's also back. And I mean, as newcomers in the 4th season, Fluxo team, I'm talking about Fluxo team, of course, as newcomers in the 4th season, they had the luck to win, right? Of course, they count with the experience of Nobru, who were the MVP in the 2019 Free Fire World Series 2019, and Japa BKR in the first season with the team. But do you think newcomers have the same chance to win than the veterans around here?
I'll say I do think, because Free Fire the metagaming of Free Fire changes season after season after season after season. We saw the Team Coda Solid getting amazing results last season with a new style of play. We saw Nitrox Top 10 with triple booyahs and double booyahs going to the finals with a different style of play. And if they find a way to play against the teams that are more experienced in Serie A and surprise them and counter pick them and play against the strategy already implanted, bringing a new metagaming to the field, they can compete. And some of those guys were in Serie B or were away of the Free Fire Brazilian League just because of opportunities.
Yes.
Because they didn't have an opportunity to show up their skills, to show up how good their aim is, and probably we will get to see some guys from Amazon Creeps that deserved to be on Serie A in LBFF Season 5 coming today more experienced than they were last season, and probably bringing some news. And we'll see that just right now, because Team Coda Solid is coming after the Amazon Creeps. We have Saris leading the charge for the Amazon Creeps. Bom is the first one going over. Quali put GG to the floor with a nice shot with the AUG. He's coming inside of the house. He's trying to get the first blood. Vichin XP also puts DL and Saris to the ground. One player remaining for Amazon Creeps will be the first team wiped out. The first blood comes on. Vignal is still fighting for Amazon Crips, but he will go down. He will go down. Amazon Crips is sent back to the lobby. Team Coda Solid with an amazing charge, led by Quali, led by Pão, led by Peck, led by Vitinho XP, getting 4 kills on the Amazon Crips squad, and the newcomers are now asking themselves, oh my god, it finally ended the time to play, and now it's time to kill, Carol.
Exactly, Marcelo, but let's consider some things first. Team Coda Solid, they play the whole season doing the same rotation in Purgatory map, where they come to fields and often they face off against Nitrox Top 10. They had the same rotation, right? So they know the grounds of fields. They are very aware of that. And also Amazon Creeps, it is the first day for them. It is the first time they are playing here. So let's cut them some slack and give them a break to adapt themselves, because we know the difference between the game styles from Serie A and Serie B are very different in the levels.
And now we have 2 teams that are newcomers, but one of them have lots and lots of experienced players. They are made of experienced players, and I'm talking about Bond. As we see right now, 1-9 that came from Furia, R7 that came from B4, Victor that came from Nitrox Top 10, and Level Up that was not playing in LBFF Season 5. However, he's a world champion, right, Carol?
But yes, of course, he's the world champion. And also, he played a lot of seasons of LBFF as well, with No Brew, for example. So he got the experience, and actually, it's not only the experience to play, but to play under pressure.
Yeah.
Because in the World Series, he was the only one left from his team. Back was Corinthians, and he was the only one that could save the world, and he did. So he knows how to play with the pressure. He knows how to help his team to give, a final word. So it is. Let's watch close the team of Bond, because they can bring us such great experience coming from Level Up, but this experience come again from 1-9, but also from R7 and Victor, that made his he was a newcomer from last season, right? And debuted, yes. He made his debut here in Free Fire Brazilian League.
And we got to check this out. How will this team fare off? How they will face each other on the table? How they will look at each other? How will the chemistry between the players work? Because they have amazing players in between them. 1-9 had a great season in LBFF Season 5. Vitor as well, coming from Nitrox Top 10. R7 was one of the guys who were in the charts of the run for the MVP. We have Level Up, and we also have Fluxo. Fluxo coming in with the same squad that they have. However, Vivocate is coming for, is it Team Coda Solid? Nando 9 already got a kill. He was probably the best player from Vivocate last season, and he got the kill on Peck. Indeed, coming for Team Coda Solid. Now only 42 players remaining as we reach the 8-minute-and-a-half mark. And now Nando 9 using the trees to get ready to bring Vivocate ahead near the campsite position. And he will perform as the front line. We are not seeing him playing backwards. And now Corinthians going after Fluxo, 2 teams that fought to be the champions of LBFF Season 5, now facing each other in the first matchup of the season. Fak got killed and Japa BKR are there. CS was already eliminated, and Japa found a nice headshot on Ousado, which will give time for Fluxo to reposition, to leave the pressure that Corinthians was dealing onto them, Carol.
And Corinthians, that bring 2 new faces this season, Leozin and Bobs. They didn't start playing this first match, and they are keeping Ousado, Hazur, Zenak, and Gelo, which was one of the best squad they had last season, Marcelo. And they already got 1 kill over Fluxo team, if I'm not mistaken. But let's see what Corinthians will bring for us today, because once again, they belong to the Group A, and we are going to watch them today and tomorrow. And let's see if they got the guts to do the same thing they did last season.
And now we're checking all that site from Corinthians and Fluxo, as we see Team Coda Solid and Vivocate also engaging into the fight, and we're going for that fight. We're going to watch that fight as Vitin calls for the drop. He uses the flare over there to sign off for the drop. As we see Los Grandes running away from Nitrox top 10. Nitrox top 10 that now has Head in their lineup. They had Romeo in their lineup. They have Brabo in their lineup. And the remaining Chinese from last season.
Yeah.
Still on the starting lineup for Nitrox top 10. Chinese, who also was probably the best player for Nitrox top 10. Him and Victor 7 were the best players for last season.
And
right
also Spiel they're working with the double vector. Spiel was also in the front line doing the double vector, but he now belongs to the Tropa team. And Nitrox top 10 comes with new faces as well, Bonsai, Head, and Brabo. Brabo, who is playing actually the first match in the Nitrox top 10 squad, Marcel. And they were used to do this rotation, right?
They usually
face Los Grandes.
And they are facing Los Grandes with a squad that brought MVR, and now they are going over Nitrox top 10, but Romeo puts Gus to the floor with the double vector. He's coming after the Los Grandes squad. We see Mamute coming over, but Chinese with the grenade puts him down. Once again, the grenade from Chinese finishes off the player. There's just one player remaining for Los Grandes. It's MVR. Will the debuting player save the whole squad, or will he not? Romeo is going over, and he will not. Los Grandes is back on the lobby, and Nitrox top 10 will leave this battle with all players still standing. However, Netshoes Miners are being targeted by the debuting Bonji. We see that they are using the cars to escape. We see Broilo over there, another new face on the Netshoes Miners team, trying to find the best position, but they are getting sandwiched because Debzada found field. She got the first kill in the LBFF Season 5. She's there for the team that brings the newcomers, that brings the girls to play. Debzada found the first kill, a nice headshot with the sniper rifle. She's playing, she has information on the players from Netshoes Miners. Now she's trying to find Natividade on the top of the hill. Nativa is one of the only players remaining from the squad of Netshoes Miners from last season. We see also Luignet trying to find a better spot, a better positioning as he finds Natividade and finds a good shot. He will try to finish off Natividade. Debzada is being targeted by the players from Netshoes Miners. Angelo 7 is trying to rotate. He's trying to find a better position. Debzada puts Natividade to the floor. Hickey will try to come and help Natividade, but Debzada is targeting themselves. Broilo is also over there, also helping Nativa get back on its feet. Debzada well positioned, using the sniper rifle, using the walls to protect herself, and bringing her players to play. Luignet finds the head of MTS. She's there, is going for the kills. They get the kill on MTS. Now they know that they are sandwiched. They will have to face off against SS Esports and against Netshoes Miners. The newcomers will face two finalists from last season. It's the two opposites of the scale in LBFF rankings, and they will face off against each other. We see Seinomi, the newcomer for SS Esports, which name is nameless. No name. He's coming to play with Butch on with MTR, with MTS, I mean. I mixed the two
You're
teams.
fine.
That happens. There are lots of shortenings with M. But MTS, who is already down. Butch on Jubinha. Jubinha left. Jubinha left SS Esports.
Yeah, he did.
And now the changes are insane for the season. And now we see Fluxo running from Corinthians. They are still running from Corinthians. Since the 6-7 minute mark on the game, they are running from Corinthians. But now Vivocate is trying to give the newcomers a warm welcome, an explosive welcome with the grenades. And Modestia does it! The grenade launcher puts Vini XL to the floor. Brocofet tries to bring him help, tries to bring the player up, but Napom puts General to the floor once again with the Kobe. More damage coming from the grenades. That guy trying to reposition. General is already out. We have only Modestia number 9 and that got playing for the champions. But Brokofé goes down with a nice double vector target by that god. He will finish off as Broilo puts Luignets to the floor. That god puts Vini XL once again to the floor. Modestia goes down and there's only that god alive for the Vivocade squad. Bond is coming over to take this fight, and Victor 7 sends Bob to the floor. Vivocade is down, Team Solomid is down, and now Bond is amassing the kills on that fight. They got the spoils of war.
Marcelo, and it seems very interesting. Just pointed out that Bondi and XD, they went for their first drop in Brasilia, and that's why they got a good position around there. But look at Team Coda Solid and the Netshoes Miners.
Team Coda Solid, Netshoes Miners, Nitrox top 10 also with a free path to go inside of the last safe zone. We see XD also going near the safe zone. XD, which means FD for you guys to understand. And now Ousado puts a nice bullet on the head of Godkill. Godkill is down. Ousado is coming over. He uses the grenades. He's trying to find the better spot to fight against the players from Fluxo. Fox puts Zenak to the ground. Will Gelo bring back Zenak. He is trying to do this. And Hazur with the Bao trying to go over the players from Fluxo. Fox is trying to stand for himself wide away of the fight to save Fluxo over there. Godkill goes down. Nice play by Ousado, puts him down. And he finishes off. Zenak puts 1-9 to sleep. Now Fak is trying to survive while Gelo come over him. Japa Big Air, and Zenak puts him down. Fluxo is back on the lobby. 7 squads are still remaining. 22 players alive and fighting in the last safe zone. 16 minutes of play yet going on in this game. Puts Natividade down. 2 players from Bondi now fighting. Bondi with 6 kill, putting down Corinthians, who goes back to the lobby in the 7th place. Netshoes Miners fighting. She's there right now. SS Esports gets wiped out, but nice shot with the grenade launcher by Chinês. He uses the grenade to put Angelo down. Chinês finishes up Debzada. He gets the triple kill. The Netshoes Miners squad still playing from inside of the house. Nitrox top 10 is trying to get over and bring the fight to them. Natividade rotating inside of the house. Angelo uses the grenade launcher to finish off a player from Netshoes Miners. Romeo also coming in against XD. Brenning puts 1 player down, but Natividade with the grenade brings back XD, but the Miners are also down. Nitrox top 10 joining this fight. We see Team Coda Solid inside of the safe zone, but there's a player using the high ground to have a better opportunity. It's Quali. He has the AWM. He tries to spot Brabo going over the hill. V-Team puts level up back to the lobby, but head goes down. Nitrox top 10 still with 4 players going over the Team Coda Solid, and nice job by Quali putting 2 players down. Bonji goes back to the lobby. Quali is still on the top of the hill, still taking names and making points for the team. Nitrox top 10 gets swept out. What a game! What a game! And it's Booyah! Team Coda Solid! The sophomores are indeed solid! They are back! And now they want to fight for the title, Carol!
Wow, Marcelo, what a game we just watched it come from Team Coda Solid. That I tell you what, they precisely stood in their position and got the best ground to get this booyah, Marcelo, because they knew how hard would it be for Bond team and also Nitrox top 10 come to them to get, to try to get kills over them, and they did an amazing job since the very beginning, killing Amazon Creeps, getting their first kill over them. But it was amazing, Marcelo, amazing. They are coming with the same squad. They are bringing a new face this season, which is Alok. They have been played 2 seasons of Free Fire Brazilian League. Both of them were in God, but they started this first match, Marcelo, with the same squad that worked last season, and I think it was a very wise choice because they got the first booyah here today.
And an amazing game played by Team Coda Solid with Pão, with Peck, with Quali. They took over the top of the hill. They took over the center of the safe zone. They positioned themselves to be the ones on the advantage point up until the end of the game, and we'll soon have the confirmation on points that the teams got for this first drop of LBFF Season 6. And I bet Team Coda Solid started off with more than 20 points.
Yeah, Marcelo, they did it. But we gotta also talk about we are going to see the highlights of this first match, but we gotta talk about also how great Nitrox Top 10 worked this first match. Nitrox Top 10 that also have some change, like we already talked, we saw that, but they are in the second place here with 16 points, which is amazing to start the season. 16 points, 21 points, Bond in the third place, and she's there doing their debut here this season in the third and the fourth place in our top 5, right? Netshoes Miners that didn't went very good last season is in our top 5 also. And Corinthians joining the team, Marcelo, having a great also start of the season, and they also bring a new face here, but they decide as well to stick with the same squad that worked last season, like we talked about during the match. But was really good to watch. Bon and she's there starting so good in this first match. Team Coda Solid that won for the position, like you said. Nitrox Top 10, they got an amazing kills, but Quali, it is the MVP of the match.
Quali is the MVP of the match, and we see the teams that we expected the most finishing on the middle of the table in this first matchup. We talked about the younger teams taking over. We see Team Coda Solid, a second-year veteran in the league. Nitrox Top 10 in the second place, also a second-year team on the league. Bond debuting, she's there debuting, taking over the top spots of the season. Netshoes Miners, also a second-year team in the league. The top 5 is all composed by first or second year teams in the league. We know that this is just the first drop.
Yeah.
However, it brings us hope, right, Carl?
Of course, Marcelo, and we saw that Vivocade went down in the 9th position, which is very not unexpected from them. But if we compare from last season, the first rounds, the first days, they were doing the exactly same thing that like they are doing here today. But just let me point it out about SS Sports. Like you said, there were teams that we were expecting more from the others, you know, and SS Sports is the same. We saw that Corinthians, it's bringing new faces, Marcelo, but they stick with the same squad. And let's talk over as we see our rankings,
our standings that are coming on the screen for you guys to understand the picture of after the first match of the season.
And as I was saying, SS Sports, they got 5 points, but they decided to start with the new guy, which is no name, Seinom, right? And just making a correction, Jubinha still remain in the squad, but he was not playing. They decided to start with the same Nomi, which was kind of dangerous for them. You know, I would do exactly the same what Corinthians did, to stick with the same squad from last season. But if they want to try, we know that SS Sports, they always recruit players. They are very good, right? But today the glory goes to Team Coda Solid. Not today, but this first match, Marcelo.
And we gotta talk about Team Coda Solid, starting with the same team that they played on the last season, now with 1 year of experience on their backs and being the protagonists of the whole match. We saw the first team getting wiped out, which was Amazon Creeps, getting wiped out on the hands of Team Coda Solid. They got the first kill, they got the first wipeout, they went up until the end of the game. They went for the fights. They did not run away from the fights. That's something that we saw last season from them. They never ran from fights, and this is now paying off for them, right, Carol?
And I tell you what, this is the second time they got a booyah in their history in Free Fire in Purgatory. So the first one was last season with 1 booyah, but this is the second time they get a booyah in Purgatory. But our next map will be Kalahari. Let's see if the Kalaminers will give us more, because I feel like with this change in their squad, Peusada doing this good do with Natividade, because they know each other from the competitive scenario, so they got this feeling, this brotherhood. So let's see if in the next map who is going to bring us such great stuff, because I'm very excited to watch. Can we go now?
No, we have to go to the break.
Okay.
We have to go to the break, but we'll be right back. We are back live to bring you guys the second drop of the season, the second drop of the LBFF Season 6. And Carol, I was thrilled and amazed to see what happened on the first drop.
Yes, I was as well, Marcelo, especially because we see that the two newcomers from last season, they starting this season with all the gas, all the fire that we like to watch. And actually, we saw that in the MVP of this first match, we only saw the players from Team Cold Solid and Nitrox top them. So, as the newcomers last season, they did it good. As non-newcomers this season, are they doing better?
They are doing indeed better, and it was nice to see the snack duo Pão and Quali also playing together as well this season. Vitinho XP doing a great job. This Team Cold Solid is now one of the favorites in my opinion. They did so good last season. They finished the regular season on the 4th position or the 5th position, if I'm not mistaken. And now they started like that. How amazing it is to see the Team Cold Solid led by a girl, a woman.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
No.
The last season was led. No, the last season.
She's still in the team though. She's
I
still
mean,
helping.
last season
yeah.
they were led by a woman, and this season they have the team being led by another coach. However, doing an incredible job to start the season, right?
Yeah, so the new coach this season for Team Cold Solid, it is Blake, but Croft, she's in our hearts, but she still belongs to the team. She's helping with the analysis and is still helping, so we can give her a lot of credits. But Team Cold Solid is starting very well, give them such great confidence. Also for Nitrox Top 10, Bond, and she's the team that will come to Kalahari to present to us their favorite drop call, because we saw that a lot of things change here. We saw that Fluxo team sometimes used to go to the Brasilia. They like more central, but they used to go to Brasilia. Although they have changed their rotation, they didn't go to the Brasilia call. And we got a new ones. There is Bond and the XD. But let's see what is going to be their favorite drop calls in Kalahari, because I'm excited, Marcelo. What about you?
I think that there's only one thing actually bugging me right now.
What is that?
The voices in my head saying we're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, for the flight R1D2, heading straight to Kalahari. This is your captain, Marcelo Ferrantini, and my side, my co-pilot, Carol Bombshell, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop cutoff!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the beautiful desert of Kalahari. You might feel a little bit hot, so I tell you, bring your water bottle because we are about to watch great action come from these teams, especially those ones that are debuting for the first time this season. So unbuckle up, enjoy your stay.
And Carol, look who took the refinery. Since we have no Santos and no before, refinery is up for grabs. And Nitrox top 10 took the refinery spot in the center of the map. We know that that is a key spot for the teams to work on because it's impossible for a safe zone to close away, really far away from the refinery. So you are always close to the safe zones and you have the top-down view. So going for refinery is also always a key play for each teams, right?
Yes, exactly, because as you said, it is the central of Kalahari, and we saw that most of the safe zones goes closing, shrinking to the center of the map. So it is very wise to choose the refinery, in Purgatory to choose Brasilia, in Bermuda to choose the peak. So let's take a look, Marcelo, this match and see if Nitrox Top 10 will have the same luck they did in the first match. Of course, Team Coda Solid got the Booyah, but they were very close with 16 points to get a Booyah. So let's see if in Kalahari specifically they will be better than Purgatory. But I don't quite remember a lot of stuffs coming from Nitrox Top 10, specifically in this map.
We had some Booyahs from them on Kalahari, but that was not their best map.
Nope.
They went so good on Bermuda. They had some great stints on Purgatory, but Kalahari was an okay map for them last season. A team that we saw dominating Kalahari for a good part of the season was Corinthians. We saw before having amazing results. We saw Furia having good results. But Nitrox Top 10 always played a different rotation. They didn't go for the refinery, probably because they knew that they were playing against two teams that would fight for the refinery each and every time that they got to Kalahari, right?
Yes, exactly. And also, if we were talking about Nitrox Top 10, I just wanted to give a quick information to everyone out there. That is, they have changed their coach. And we know that when you change the players, it takes a long time also to adapt yourself to the new players' game style. But also, having a new coach can also slow a little bit their game. It takes them a little bit of time to adapt themselves. But they start really good. So, of course, we can wait great from them. But like Marcelo said, Corinthians were one of the best team in Kalahari, and maybe they are about to face off with Team Coda Solid.
Team Coda Solid Fluxo, who also played well in Kalahari last season, had good results on Kalahari last season. Also going for that fight, we see Hazur already with sights on Japa BKR. Japa uses the Chronos to stay alive over there, and now they're trying to engage from the top down against Fluxo. Ousado now rotating on that platform as we see Peck and Pão going over, and Los Grandes fighting against Nitrox Top 10 near the refinery. Ousado is there trying to find the best position to fight, trying to spot the players against each other, and MVR is climbing like a mountain goat over there to get to the top with the Los Grandes squad.
Los Grandes that haven't started with their same squad, right? That they are bringing MVR, And we have talked a lot about the new faces, but MVR is a no one here, and he's one of the best players that Team Liquid had in their whole history. And I'm pretty much sure he will come to Los Grandes to add it up even more to help their squad, even though they didn't had a great first match. We can wait great things from them here in Kalahari map with this new squad. Rafa X, Mamute, Gus. Gus, it's really good player in Kalahari map. He was one of the best in Season 4 for Santos, and I'm pretty much sure he got the experience in this specifically map in MVR. So let's take a look and see what these guys will prepare for us this map.
And we don't see Duz on that squad from Los Grandes. We had Gus and Duz. Duz is not on the starting lineup because MVR took the spot for this season. And we see the players from Los Grandes repositioning themselves. We see Head over there trying to get some information with the top-down view. The refinery is still Nitrox top 10s to take. And now we're just waiting for the action to start because the teams are actually studying themselves in the biggest map that we have in the rotation, right, Carol?
Yes, Marcelo, exactly. And I feel like Kalahari sometimes it takes it is kind of hard to say something about Kalahari because of the map have open spots during the rotations. You can easily face off against another team, and it seems like Amazon Creeps is doing it, Marcelo.
Amazon Creeps is doing it. They're taking spots and they're making the opposing squads use the ice, use their ice barriers to protect themselves, and they had a good position, but they did not capitalize on it. That's an important thing. To say. They did not capitalize on the best position that they had. We see DL over there. Salis had the sniper rifle and the good positioning, could not find the shots. GG also with the sniper rifle, could not find the shots. And now we might have another confrontation between XD and Netshoes Miners. They faced each other on Bermuda. And,
Purgatory.
On Purgatory, and now they might face each other on Kalahari. As we see Natividade trying to get some information. We see Broilo also over there trying to get some information. Heek with the double vector. He will be the one leading the charge. And we see Vivocate coming over to try and take TSM. We see Bob Napon over there. Brocofé and Vini XL trying to reposition because they know that Vivocade is coming after them. The safe zone is closing, and Vivocade is playing by the edges of the safe zone, Carol.
Yes, and like we were saying, Kalahari map, sometimes it takes a long time for players to meet, but other times it takes just not longer time because it is an open map. Of course, we got a couple of covers because of the rocks and stuff and the little houses. But I like when the players start to rotate and they have to focus to go to a city where there is already a team, like we are seeing right now, TSM trying to invade the space of Team Cold Solid, which they are very aware of them. But it happens the same with the XD and Netshoes Miners. Netshoes Miners have the information of XD.
And now the Team Cold Solid is trying to engage against the Team Solo Mid, and Team Solo Mid will get sandwiched. Vivocade is coming from behind, but Bob puts a player down. Nando 9 and General puts 2 players down, and Vitin gets the first blood on the player from Team Solo Mid. Quali also capitalized on Bob, and he gets 1 more kill for Team Cold Solid. Now they will reposition. They know that the 2 players are close and that they will not try to fight 2 against 1. Vini XL goes down as well. Brocofé is the only one remaining. He's trying to survive with the help of the heals, but Vivocade is coming from behind. They will not survive. And look at what she's did with the Netshoes Miners. Quick, 4 kills for them to wipe out Netshoes Miners with no respect. The first team wiped out is not Team Solo Mid, is Netshoes Miners. 4 kills straight from the players from XD. Amazing job by the team of XD. Now we see Quali engaging against Vivocade. The first booyah from Team Coda Solid may not have been a one-time thing. They might be going for the second booyah in a row. We see Quali rotating. They try to engage against Vivocade. Pão also rotating as they see the players from Vivocade coming from above. The squad that took the title from last season, that got General, Modestia, and Nando 9. Now rotating and trying to take over the first booyah of the season from Team Coda Solid. Pão takes a lot of damage. More grenades coming in from General. He did not find Pão over there with that second grenade, but now that got playing with the double vector is giving time for the last player from Team Coda Solid, Brokofet, to stay alive. That god, he has his sights on Pão, but Peck is by his side. He goes over, and Peck uses the ice smartly to leave the danger. That guy still going over, still trying to trample and still trying to rush the players from Team Coda Solid, who are regrouping, who are smartly playing and keeping themselves together to not be surprised. Holding hands to keep themselves safe. Boom! He is put down by that god. The double vector is working, 2 kills for that god. Now Amazon Crips is also joining the fight. We see Vitin putting Nando 9 down, and Team Coda Solid wipes out! Wipes out that god with the 2 kills, but not enough for him to be alive. He counted on General to come over and take the remaining kills and send Team Coda Solid back to the lobby, Carol.
And we know that when you go back to the lobby in the 11th position, you didn't score any points for position, for sure. But Team Coda Solid managed to get at least 3 kills for themselves, getting through for this second match. Oh well, 21 points in the first match and now 3 points. What a bad match, right?
However, they are still averaging a booyah per map.
What?
They're going for 12 points per map. And we know that averages are important. We'll bring you guys information on that week after week. Azur went down because of the safe zone, and now the Amazon Crips team is trying to fight Corinthians, but there's a player down. Vinhal goes down. Ooh. There's only GL and GG to play, but Corinthians is down. Brokofé is now fighting against Vivocade by himself. He puts 2 players down from Vivocade. He already put 2 players down. Debzada gets the kill on MTS. Once again, SS Esports trying to take over the spots from Amazon Crips and from XD. The newcomers are holding themselves up. R7 gets the grenade kill on GG. Felix go down. R7 with the Kobe. 2 players down with the grenade from R7. He finishes off both of them. And now Bonji has 5 kills on the hand, 4 on the hands of R7. He did an incredible job in Season 5, and he's going for it on Season 6. Debzada puts the first player down from the Bondi squad, but 2 players also down by XD. Luignet and Angelo trying to face off against the squad, but Victor with a nice shot. Luignet still trying to fight, but he's isolated inside of that house. That will be tough for him to leave the pressure from Bonji. And he will go down. Nice shot by Victor. Wiping out Team Solomid, and SS Esports are also down.
Look how many kills Bond team have.
Bonji has 9 kills already.
Wow, 6
only
on the hands
R7. Of R7. We see Fluxo taking the center of the safe zone, as well as Los Grandes. We still have Nitrox top 10 fighting. We still have Bonji. The squads are still alive right now and fighting against each other. Godkill gets the takedown on level up. General goes down because of the safe zone. We see R7 trying to reposition, trying to find the best spot, and Godkill confirms the kill on level up. He puts another player down. Now Vivocade is back on the lobby. Fluxo sends Bonji back to sleep. 3 teams remaining. We see Godkill repositioning, Fuck repositioning. The Nitrox top 10 squad is trying to get the top-down view to fight this last fight.
And look, Marcelo, Fluxo team is starting with not starting with no brew here today.
Starting with Fuck Godkill, Cias.
And Japa.
And Japa BKR indeed. They take the high ground. God kill goes down, and now Japa BKR is going for the front line. CS gets the headshot from Mamute. Head goes down. MVR still fighting and still trying to hold Nitrox Top 10 from coming into the safe zone. He gets a little damage on the fall over there, and now he's holding up for Los Grandes on the top of the hill as well as Fluxo. Nitrox Top 10 trying to rotate to get the best position to fight. Japa BKR has to climb the mountain, and he knows that Los Grandes is over there. Fat uses the grenade. He's exposed. Rafa X is trying to run over him. And now Mamute is coming as well. Shine is still alive, playing like a mountain goat and going after Gus. He's trying to survive, trying to keep Nitrox Top 10 on the run. Two great matches by Nitrox Top 10 as of right now. Still on the top 3, they got the second place on the first map. Now the safe zone is closing. Flux will not be able to go up. Japa BKR is already going over to not give some points to any of the teams. Mamute gets the kill on Fak, and it's Booyah! Los Grandes! An easy win for Los Grandes. They took control of the center of the safe zone. They took control of the high ground. They kept their players alive. And it was easy. So easy for them to keep MVR and Rafa X still alive after killing Fak, Carol.
Yes, Marcelo, exactly. Their first booyah for Los Grandes. And I tell you what, Kalahari used to be one of the worst maps for them last season. And they already started the season getting a booyah in Kalahari. Maybe things have changed for them. Maybe MVR brought them such great luck and the desire to win. So let's see what these guys will prepare for us this whole season, because a booyah for sure already happened. So we have a booyah from Team Coda Solid in the first match, the second match for Los Grandes, and there it is, our highlights, Marcelo. In the first place goes Los Grandes with 16 points, but look at Bond team that went back to the lobby in the fourth place because of their 9 kills. 6 in the hands of R7, as we see he was the MVP for this last match. They got the second place amount of points, but also Fluxo team is joining the top 3, and Vivocade finally getting this 13 points. But let's just point it out that Bond and she's the team up here showing up in our top 6. It is really good, as the same goes to Nitrox Top 10.
Once again, Nitrox Top 10 on the top 6, top 3 positions, and top 6 on the points. But Vivocade, importantly, getting 13 points. Fluxo, importantly, getting 13 points. But I'm amazed to see Bonji and XD.
Yes.
They are consistent, and they are playing a good game. They are fighting. They're not running from the fights, and that's scoring them some points. Amazon Creeps and Team Solo Mid also with 6 points, and I believe that the rankings, the standings, will be a little messy for the update that we will have right now. And I gotta say, I'm a little mad right now.
Why?
Because R7 is in my team for FF squad, but the team that plays tomorrow, not the team that plays today. I'm so mad.
I am so happy.
He would be
so happy.
Leading my team. However, I got Pong playing today for my team in FF Squad. And if you want to play the fantasy game for Free Fire Brazilian League, please join us. We'll be happy to have you playing with us. However, we have the standings to check out right now, Carol. They are coming on the screen for you guys, and Bonji taking the lead.
Wow, Marcelo. And I like something that you said about the consistency of Bonji and XD. And we watched that coming from Corinthians. Corinthians that was not usually get a lot of booyahs. Of course, they got a great amount of points of booyahs last season. But they kept their consistency. They kept the solidness, I would say, in Bond and She's the team are doing exactly the same. So they are position themselves inside of the top 5 so far. And I need to say, so far, so good.
So far, so good, and it's been good to see those young players, those young teams leading the standings for at least the first 2 falls, the first 2 drops of the season. And I'm thrilled to see what will happen throughout the whole season. Amazon Creep still on the last place, but they got closer to Corinthians, to SS Esports, to Next Shoes Miners, to Team Solo Mid. It's still too early in the season for us to get what is going to happen throughout the whole season. But it's nice to see some sparks of hope on the teams that are coming for this next season, this 6th season. And we already have some interesting points to show you guys on the run for the MVP of the season.
Wow, look at that, Marcelo. In the first place are 7, of course, because he did an amazing match in Kalahari, but Quali is in the second place with 6 kills as well, followed by Brenin.
Brenin is important. We did not talk about Brenin yet. We did not see Brenin going over for the fights. However, he's doing a silent job and taking names, getting points, getting kills, and putting himself out there. General also always on the run for the MVP. Vito 7 doing a good job. And Chinese, he led Nitrox top 10 last season, and he will lead it to this season as well. So I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Yes, I like what I'm seeing as well. I like to see the new face of Brenin. Like you said, he's doing a silent game, which is working very good for them. Of course, sometimes we don't need the highlights to do a good job, right? And that's exactly what he is doing. But I am very excited to see Chinese and Victor, especially because Victor, he came out of the Nitrox top 10, and Victor and Chinese were players from the same team last season from Nitrox top 10, and they know each other's game. So it's going to be interesting to watch these 2 guys fighting for the MVP.
And I want to see, as we're going to Bermuda, the map that is most played by the casual players from Free Fire, and maybe a favorite for a lot of players in the competitive scene. I feel that teams that are not shining as of right now will bring an amazing game in Bermuda, Carol.
Yes, we can always expect more stuff coming in Bermuda because, like Marcelo said, is the most played map by the players because it was the first map here in Free Fire history, so they are very aware about each spot in Bermuda map. So it's going to be very interesting to see what these guys will prepare for us in Bermuda map. I'm very excited, Marcelo.
And we will see what these guys will bring us in Bermuda, but after a quick break, and we'll be right back. We are back live and we'll be heading to Bermuda as soon as possible. And Carol, I've gotta say, Bermuda is one of my favorite maps after Kalahari. You know I love Kalahari, but Bermuda is right after them.
Okay.
What do you expect to see from XD, from Amazon Creeps, from Bonji, from TSM, and from our last debuting team, which I just completely forgot who was it. It is Bonji, Tropa
is playing tomorrow. So
that's
today we have...
why I didn't remember that there were 5 teams.
Yeah,
Tropa
today we have
tomorrow.
Bond, TSM, right, as the newcomers, Amazon Creeps, and XD.
What do you expect from them?
What I'm expecting from them, so considering that last season we had a roller coaster of emotions between veterans and newcomers, surprising us with their skills throughout the whole competition, Marcelo. We saw that the meta of the game have changed, they set new goals, but I'm very excited to watch the grenades that we watched so much last season, Marcelo. Will they work the grenades right now in Bermuda?
Are you indeed excited?
I am so excited.
So, with me this time,
Okay.
I'll bring you.
Yep.
You know what to say?
Let's hit this game.
We're clear to take off.
Okay.
We're
are
clear to take off. So let's hit the skies.
I gotta
Ladies
learn.
and gentlemen, from the flight R1D3 heading straight to Bermuda. This is your captain Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side my co-pilot Carol Mobshell invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, cause it's time to drop, Carol!
Ladies and gentlemen, unbuckle up. It is time to unbuckle up in Bermuda map. So be prepared to all the actions in this map because we are about to be very hungry for the kills.
You talked about be prepared, and that reminded me of the Lion King. And I was ready to make a reference to the Lion King because we're talking about the newcomers taking the spots that belonged to the veterans and taking the positions. And I was about to say that it was the circle of life. So Lion King will be dominating the broadcast today.
Actually, yesterday when I was preparing myself for the day, I was thinking about this specifically word, the circle of life, and we are living a new circle here, right? With the new season, is that right?
It's a leap of faith.
Oh, I just can't wait to see who is going to be the king.
I was preparing that reference. I had it in my head. I was just gonna say it. I want to know who just can't wait to be king.
I am very excited to see you, Marcelo, because things started very unusual today, having Bond in the first place with 30 amount of points, and she's there doing an amazing job. And you asked to me what I am expecting here right now. I'm expecting the grenades, because we watch grenades, the players working grenades right now. But what we are watching right now from TSM, it's a very usual strategy in the mountains behind of the observatory, and I don't think XD is aware of that, and they are going to trap the team.
And let's see how the strategy from Team Solomid will work on the XD players. On the XD squad, as we see on the names of the players on the screen, XD means XD in Portuguese. The letter X you say X, and the letter D you say D. Teaching some Portuguese for our foreign friends.
You guys are gonna get used to it.
And welcome you all from all around the world and from Brazil as well. We know that there are some guys watching from Brazil trying to enhance their English. And if you want to practice, just come and watch the English broadcast with me and with Carol Bombshell. Will be always here to help you guys learn the English language. However, will not teach anything is Corinthians. They just want to teach how to shoot. All night trucks on Netshoes Miners. Field is in a poor position. He's on the wide open field, but Corinthians is also wide open. Now Gelo protects himself with the Gelo, with the ice.
Gelo's protecting with Gelo.
And Zenak is going over trying to get the best spot to fight against Netshoes Miners. And that's a sight we've seen a lot on the past season. Teams coming over, Netshoes Miners, and Netshoes Miners running. Nativa was the first player down. Ousado got the shots, and now he is going over. He will lead the charge against the players from Netshoes Miners. Natividade is back on its feet, and he has the grenades on his hands. He knows how to use them. The Chronos had to be used to save the players from Corinthians. Now they are engaging. Gelo and Zenak going after Broilo, but Broilo has the shotgun. Ousado puts him to sleep with a nice grenade shot on his head. Nice shot against Natividade! And he finishes off Broilo. He gets the first blood, but he brings it back. Puts a nice bullet on Ousado's head. Zenak is bringing it. Puts Natividade to the floor. There are two players fighting for Corinthians, and only Rick to fight for the Netshoes Miners. Hazur is coming from behind. Him and Gelo are the players remaining. And now, two players down, and the Netshoes Miners are back on the lobby. And the XD squad is back on the lobby. Strategy from Team Solomit indeed worked. They sandwiched and surrounded the whole squad from XD in the observatory. And they got the 4 kills that were 4 quick kills that happened at the end of that long fight between the Netshoes Miners and Corinthians. If that fight was long, this one was very short, Carol.
Yes, Marcelo, and the teams that go to observatory have to be aware of this kind of situation where the team that is rotating and come closer to observatory has the right to trap the team inside of the observatory, so they should be aware of that. But what I'm aware right now is that we can have a confrontation between Vivocade, SES Sports, Los Grandes. Who is going to be the first one to get the first shots?
The sponsor, our best place of the day, just showed up.
Shopee.
And we probably will have some fights going on between Los Grandes, SS Sports, and Vivocade.
Camila, this is a special coupon for you.
This is a special coupon for you, babe. I know you like this one. Gus is down there leading the charge for Los Grandes. As we see MTS, the player that was almost certain to be the MVP last season up until the last and second to last weeks, and finished up in the runner-up position for the MVP prize. And as we see, Seinomi, nameless, and he is nameless, but he has white the hair.
If no name, maybe lots of hair, right?
Lots and lots of hair. And now we see Gus inside of the house, silently waiting for their opposition to come. But the center of the safe zone is indeed taken by Team Curaçao, by Los Grandes, by SS Sports, Vivocade. We have Fluxo also over there. Bondi getting close. Bondi, who is leading our standings, getting close. Nitrox up 10 coming, and Amazon Creeps playing from far away. And since we're talking about movie references,
yeah,
we have to bring Shrek.
I got it. I got that. But exactly, Amazon Creeps right now is trying to adopt a different game style, trying to stay out of trouble, because in both last matches they were not going in a good position in our table right now. To the group B, they are the worst one so far, so they have to step it up a little bit and try to manage to get at least in the late stages of the game if they wanted to get points for position, if not for kill.
I gotta tell you something.
Tell me.
I'm watching Queer Eye.
Queer
Eye.
Okay. Oh yeah.
That series. Jonathan would be amazed by Seinomi's hair. He would love Seinomi's hair.
Why?
Because it's amazing.
I mean, thinking
he uses conditioners and he uses oil.
Yeah, but thinking about that, he is a boy and he got such a big hair
and beautiful hair
and hydrated hair. It is the right hydrated hair. It is
Hydrated
amazing.
hair.
Oh, Corinthians.
Corinthians tried to go for the tough cross on the river. The sheer cross by the center of the river, by the water. And Nitrox top 10 will not allow. Hazur goes down. Chinese gets the kill. Nitrox top 10 with a way better position to fight this fight. Now Head will get ahead of himself and get to the top of Kotatua to get a better positioning to fight Corinthians coming from the river. But what a bad decision by the players from Corinthians. However, Vivocate and SS Esports might save the players on Kotatua. We see that God over there waiting for the rotation. Carol.
Marcelo.
What an awful decision by Corinthians.
Yes, what an awful decision by Corinthians. And we know that once you try to cross a river, you have to be aware of the other team in the other side, because they can easily send you back to the lobby. But what I'm watching here, it's the big carnival, the Salcedo, the big party we're going to have in the peak drop call, Marcelo. Since that Amazon Creeps are the door holders right now, they would probably block the way for Nitrox top 10 if they spot Nitrox top 10 to come to pick for this side, specifically side of the map. But it is going to be very interesting. I personally like when the safe zone shrink inside of the peak, a little bit of meal, because we got a lot of spots for cover, a lot of houses, but not enough for all the teams. And we still have 10 teams alive, Marcelo. So let's see who is going to be the king.
And now we have the clock reaching the 11-minute mark. We know that the safe zones will get shorter and shorter. The fights will happen. And we know that Bermuda is not a large map, not an incredibly large map, and the confrontations might start at any second right now. As we see Amazon Creeps holding the door, Corinthians had that bad choice and they lost Razur because of that. Now they will have to fight from inside of the safe zone. 10 teams is still remaining, 39 players is still remaining, and now Vivocate is going after Los Grandes. Finally, that Cold War that was happening near Bimazak is going to happen. As we see Nando 9 getting some weaponry from inside of the drop case, picking up his best weapons and going for the AWM. That's the weapon that he made his name off in the past season. He was probably the best sniper of the season.
Yes, he was.
Better than Memgad, better than Kronos. Better than the so-called big names. He did better.
And actually, if we would give him the MVP crowd just because of the amazing amount of points for damage, he would win that like crazy.
I mean, we have that MVP award gave to the player with the most kills, and it's a fair prize, it's a good prize. But if you think about the player who contributed the most to the team, the most valuable player for its team, it was Nando 9.
Nando 9, exactly.
He was the player who led Vivocate in kills, and he was the player who led Vivocate in damage and in assists.
And talking about Vivocate, Marcelo, they are inside of the safe zone along with Los Grandes once more. Los Grandes that won Kalahari map, won a Buoyan Kalahari map because they were in the best place of the last safe zone. Right now they are back in there. They were getting few shots from SS Sports that are in a little bit up of them in the hill from peak, but it's going to be very interesting to watch them to get a second Booyah, Marcelo.
That's a possibility, but I'm thrilled to see Team Solomid going for the fights. They wiped out XD, and now they are going after Nitrox top 10. Head was sent down, but he's back on its feet to fight once again. Bob is the one playing the sniper for Team Solomid, as we see Brocofé leading the charge, and Napon with the grenades. playing the support right now, trying to find the grenades on Chinese. Chinese using the ice to protect himself and to call for attention because the other players from Nitrox are flanking Team Solomid, and they might not be aware of that. The grenades from Chinese force the use of the Chronos, but now Romeo is going from above and he puts Bob to the floor. Head trying to go back. Napon fights a good grenade and puts Romeo back. Now Chinese will be the one rotating. Brokofé puts Head to the ground. Napon and Nitrox stops and goes down. Nice fight by Team Solomid. They get 8 kills on their pockets. And now Amazon Crips is trying to fight against Bonji, the leaders of the standings. They are trying to hold the newcomers, a fight between newcomers, but the experienced newcomers with R7 are being sent down. R7 is on the floor. Amazon Crips using the best positioning to put Bonji on an awful spot, but Fluxo might end up helping Bonji because they came from behind and they are taking the players from Amazon Crips. They sent 2 down and Amazon Crips is sent back to the lobby. What an unfortunate match for Amazon Crips. They had the better positioning, but Fluxo just saved their opposition. And our team, once again, they were unlucky and unfortunate. But Quali sends Brokofé back to the lobby. Team Solomid still trying to fight, but Team Coda Solid is the one taking names. Vichin gets the kill on Vini Xizelli. 1-9 and Victor are the only players remaining. And Godkill sends Victor to the floor. He finishes him off, and there's only 1-9 to try to find for Bonji. Japa BKR went to the ice. He's going for 1-9. The ice goes down, and Bonji is sent back to the lobby. Now Corinthians and Vivocade fighting for the top of the standings. Mamute. CS puts Vichin down to the floor with a nice headshot. Gelo puts General back to the lobby. And now we see Fluxo trying to get a better positioning. They are out in the open, and they are inside of the gas. CS will be left out because of a nice shot by Pão. Pack gets a kill. Dead God and Godkill still fighting. SS Esports quietly trying to climb up the rankings. Pão gets the kill and finishes off Japa BKR. Vivocade with 2 players. 6 teams still remaining. Pão inside of the safe zone trying to use his medkits the most he can to try to get back inside of that fight. But Team Coda Solid will not make it. Pão could not make it. Now 5 teams remaining. 14 players to fight. 3 for Corinthians, 4 for Los Grandes, 2 for Vivocade, 3 for SS Esports, and 1 for Team Solomid. Napon still alive.
Marcelo, Los Grandes got the knife and the cheese in their hands. What they're going to do right now to win this battle?
What I know is that Napon will not bring Team Solomid any further. He got eliminated by Gelo. Nice shot by Gelo, putting Team Solomid back on the lobby. 4 teams still remaining. SS Esports, Los Grandes, Corinthians, and Vivocade. 4 teams that had an amazing season. Only Los Grandes who had an amazing start but not an amazing season. However, 3 teams that fought for the title last season: Corinthians, Vivocade, and SS Esports. And now we see Mamute and Gus going over. Nando 9 finds the head of Butch on and puts him to the ground. Gus puts Fence and puts Zainomi to the floor as well. MTS with 2 kills.
What?
But Mamute saves Corinthians. He's the only player still remaining. It's MVR. He's trying to bring back Rafa X. Zenak fighting for Corinthians.
Did you see the grenade from MTS, Marcelo? Wow, well worked.
Double kill for MTS with the grenade. Triple kill for MTS with the grenade. However, he could not hold it for SS Esports, and now it's a 3v3. It's 3-on-3. 3 players from Los Grandes and 3 players from Corinthians. Ousado using the grenade, and he has the grenade launcher as well. Finally, Corinthians performing as we expected from them since what we saw from them last season. Zenak and Ousado gets 2 players down. Rafa X puts Shell to the ground, but Ousado brings it! So it's Booyah, Corinthians! Save Corinthians, the champion of the champions! As their hymn says, Corinthians is back to fight for one more title, Carol.
And the third booyah of today came for Timão Corinthians. They were one of, I would say the best team last season, right? Along with Vivocado. Of course, Vivocado were the champion, but Corinthians did an amazing season. And like Marcelo said, this is the kind of game we are expecting to watch from Corinthians. And they got the booyah with a massive amount of points for killing. 10 points for killing. Gelo by the end of this match was with 4, and it was amazing to watch this kind of stuff come from Corinthians getting 22 points with this booyah. But we gotta say that Los Grandes, at least they are doing right the position by the end states of the game.
And that's something that we saw from the team led by Kiet last season, a team that played the Hodor strategy, being the door holders inside of the safe zone and fighting punctually to get the points, and that's what they did. They wiped out 3 teams and got those 10 points, that 10 amazing points that got them to the first place on the rankings for this Bermuda map. But good to see Team Solomid with 14 points, Los Grandes with 13, Vivocade once again performing well, Team Coda Solid still solid with 10 points.
If it were not for the position in the 6th place, they would get an amazing amount of points, Marcelo, because they went down in the 6th position, but with 5 kill points. That was amazing for them, but not as amazing as the difference between the points of Corinthians for the 2nd place. Corinthians in the 1st place with 22 points, and the 2nd one with 14. That was a massive amount of points.
But Team Solomid finished in the 5th position.
In the 5th? That's right.
They were held up by the player who was Napon up until the end of the match, and they got incredible points by kills. Lane to CXD with no points, an amazing strategy by Team Solomid, holding them inside of the observatory. But Fluxo also with 7 good points, and Bonji with only 4. The fight for the top of the standings might now be even more hype, Carol.
And if we were giving credits for Bonji and XD in the first 2 matches, right now maybe was not good for them, because they are in the other side of our points. In XD that unfortunately had the position, they went back to the lobby in the 11th position because of the TSM team. But all good. That was only the 3rd match. We still have 3 more to come, 3 more to happen. But I'm very excited to see our table, Marcelo, because with this booyah of Corinthians, things can maybe change.
It changed, but not only for Corinthians. Team Coda Solid with those 10 points, getting to the top of the standings, tying with Bonji, but their booyah on the first map puts them ahead of Bonji on the tiebreakers. As of right now, as we see, Corinthians and Los Grandes also tied with 29 points, also tied with 1 booyah each, but Corinthians has more kills than Los Grandes, then they go ahead. Nitrox top 10 closing the top 5, Vivocade dangerously approaching the top 5, Team Solomid with a nice run for this past map, Fluxo and XD losing positions, and Amazon Creeps leaving Netshoes Miners to the last place. The newcomers are performing better than the team that reformulated the whole squad, but we didn't see Peusada play yet today.
Yes, we didn't see Peusada playing yet today. We saw that Netshoes must come still with the train, come still with an atividade, and with their coach, Dog Black, which I might have put in one of my Free Fire squad.
Oh,
it makes me mad right now, if you understand me, if you get me, Marcelo. But anyways, great stuff we are seeing here for Team Coda Solid that were a newcomer last season, and right now they are proving us that they have learned the lesson, and right now they are going for the trophy.
Are you mad because your coach is Dog Black?
Yeah.
My coach is Butter. From SS Esports.
We are in the same boat.
Yeah, we're in the same boat. And I got Pill on my lineup. And I got Nobru on my lineup.
Good.
And I got Rush on my lineup.
Nobru is not even playing. Dang it, Marcelo.
No, Brupel and Rush are not playing.
Guys, you guys were so expensive. Why?
You were so expensive. I needed you just to play. Please play. I'm expecting you to play at least and score 1 point each just to make it okay. But no, Bru was one of the most casted players throughout the season. So I'm not alone.
Yes,
at
right.
least I'm not alone.
Right.
But
And, if one side I'm sad about my coach because Nationals Miners, I'm very happy for my player V team.
I'm happy for Pão. I put Pão on my squad. I put Pão, I put Godkill. They are the only 2 players playing.
We're going to have a very balanced squad, right?
Yeah.
Between these results that we are seeing right now.
And I'm still mad because I cast R7 to play, but tomorrow, not today.
Dang, and
I'm
he's
really
doing
mad.
an amazing job today. He's
I'm really
even in
mad.
the first place for the MVP. I mean, by the end of the last match in Kalahari, he was the first one in the MVP list. Do we have a new one right now?
Do we have a new kill leaders score happening going on? Yeah, we still have the new kill leaders squad and Quali is leading. Oh, look at Pão! Pão is there! Yes! Yes!
How come?
And look at R7. If I could have taken off Nobru and put R7 on my team.
I really want to put a general because I really like general.
That was
but
expensive as...
Exactly, Marcelo. I did when I was forming my first team. I put general, and I was like, no, I have to change it because he's very expensive, and that's why he's expensive. He is also on the run to be the MVP, Marcelo.
I almost put Quali. I swear to God, I didn't put Quali because I've already put Pão.
If you put Pão, you have to put Quali, Marcelo. Come on.
Yeah, I lost the timing for a joke, and that's rare.
And actually,
I lost the timing for a joke.
One thing that you said, it's quite right about Quali and Pão. They are doing an amazing duo from last season and this season as well. They start really good, and we know duos that are famous like Cebotiva was Cebolinha and Nativa. They have changed teams right now. MVPEL with MVR and Peusada have changed once again this season, but we are stuck.
The lunch duo did not change.
The lunch duo is not changing, and that's why they work very good, both of them showing up in the MVP, of course, for this first day, but still really great results, right?
At least tomorrow team will be a little better. It will be Altman, Legit, Brabok, Pão, Dorito, and R7. And Pão with Dorito also a nice combination.
I didn't have the money to put good coaches. Dog Black is an excellent coach, of course. That's why.
Dog Black, you just heard it.
No,
that's why. Heard it. Please get in touch with our agents. Carol needs to pay for that.
No,
Dog Black
he's a definitely good coach. That's why I put him in my first squad.
Of course, you're joking.
In the second one, I didn't have enough money. I had to choose between the coach and the players, but I still think I got great. I mean,
I'll introduce you to Nat Finanças so you can play better VFF squad for this season. If you have 1,200 money, you have to split into 600 and 600.
Okay.
But you know what else I'm eager to see and I missed so much?
That?
I am Free Fire.
Oh, my favorite one, Marcelo. I love that show. Let's watch it. I am Free Fire.
Salve, salve galera, sou Kelvin Hoffler, skatista profissional, medalhista olímpico e eu sou o Free Fire. O Free Fire surgiu na minha vida quando a pandemia veio aí. O Free Fire foi tipo uma válvula de escape para minha vida, assim, de se conectar com as outras pessoas e trazer essa galera do skate e dos esportes radicais para o Free Fire, né? Então eu fiz essa conexão, eu já conheci o jogo, sempre curti, sou fã. Vocês têm...
Eu tenho uma kit, toma aqui, cara.
Preciso, rápido.
Toma aqui.
Eu comecei a jogar com o pessoal e brincar, se conectar. E isso daí foi muito bom aí nessa época de pandemia, que a gente ficou em casa, né? A gente não pôde se ver, então o Free Fire salvou. Eu sou mobile, né? Então, tá no aeroporto na China, depois você tá na África do Sul, depois no Brasil, e você tá ali jogando Free Fire com os seus amigos. Então, é muito gratificante de poder ter um amigo no seu bolso ali, toda hora de trocar uma ideia, de jogar, de se divertir. Então, eu acho que é isso daí, acho que é a meta. Então, o skate, ele faz meio que parte com o Free Fire, porque é a amizade, é a diversão. Então o skate, ele é isso, e o Free Fire, pra mim, é isso, é a diversão, e é muito legal. Na Vila Olímpica teve bastante Free Fire, vou te falar. Lá na Vila Olímpica a gente jogou muito Free Fire porque era uma parada meio isolada, sabe? Tipo, era bem triste. Então acho que o Free Fire foi tipo essa coisa da gente poder ligar e se conectar com a pessoa que tava no quarto do lado, sabe?
Quem será que vai soltar o grito de campeão da LBFF?
Tava rolando a LBFF no dia da final da nossa competição. Então, antes da competição, a gente acordou um pouco mais cedo e aí a gente já conectou na televisão e aí a gente começou a assistir a final da LBFF. Então, geral da Vila Olímpica ali, todo mundo do Brasil tava torcendo pros times. Então, todo mundo é fã do Free Fire. Todo mundo fala, me passa o seu ID. Tipo, não conhecia a galera da ginástica artística, do handball, do vôlei. Tipo, a gente é fã dos caras do vôlei. Mas, pô, quem imaginaria que o pessoal do vôlei joga um Free Fire, entendeu? E a gente poder a oportunidade de jogar, uma sala com os caras, sabe? Então, é muito gratificante de ter essa oportunidade. O Free Fire, ele me ajudou no skate também, sabe? Tipo, na concentração, na dedicação, sabe? Na amizade ali, a gente jogava em equipe. Então, é uma parada que, tipo, me ajudou a estar numas Olimpíadas, com certeza, o Free Fire. Então, é uma parada de outro level no jogo. Tipo, não é só apenas um joguinho, é uma parada que, tipo, ajudou a minha carreira como profissional de skate, sabe? Então, eu fico muito feliz de fazer parte, sabe, da família Free Fire.
We are back live. We have finished the first round of matches. For the first round at all, we have 2 rounds of maps per round in LBFF. We'll go back to Purgatory, and we had Team Coda Solid scoring the Booyah for the first map of Purgatory of the day, Carol. They are doing an incredible job. They are leading the rankings for the day. Do you think that Team Coda Solid will be a team for us to keep an eye on? Will they fight for the top of the rankings?
Of course, we have to watch this team the whole season because, like I said, last season they got the time to feel the vibe of LBFF Serie A, and right now they are used to that. They are not newcomers anymore. They will come with the fire that they need. They will come with a new strategy. They set new goals, and I'm pretty much sure, Marcelo, we are going to see a lot more from Team Coda Solid.
We're going to see a lot more from Team Coda Solid and a lot more from the players from Team Coda Solid, as we have Quali leading the kill leaders ranking that will show up on the screen for you guys to accompany with us. Quali and Pão, both from Team Coda Solid, on the top 5 of the kill leaders. We have R7 from Bond, we have General from Vivocade, we have Brocofé from Team Solomid, and we have Chinês from Nitrox top 10. No players from Corinthians, no players from SS Sports, only 1 player from Vivocade. The table turning, Carol.
Yeah, the tables are turning, Marcelo, and we have to see which one of them will keep helping the teams, you know, to increase their improvement, because with the 6 kills of R7 is maintaining the position for Bond in the 3rd position of our table. But also, I'm pretty much sure in the follow matches we are going to see the name of 1 player from Corinthians, because the Booyah that Corinthians got today, we got a Booyah from Team Coda Solid with 21 points, but Corinthians right now did it with 22 win. It seems like it's going up and up, so we should definitely be aware of these changes.
Corinthians, Fluxo, and Vivocade bringing it back. 3 points separating Corinthians from Vivocade, and 3 points separating Vivocade from Fluxo. 3 teams that fought for the title last season. The title that ended up on the hands of Vivocade, and Vivocade, who led the regular season, got the advantage points to go for the finals, and got to the finals with the leadership, and took the title for themselves. Do you think it's possible for back-to-back championships?
Of course. Yes, indeed, especially because if they are keeping the same squad, they will think about the same things. But when you think about so much of the same, you are getting behind, because we know that the meta of the game, the goals of the game change every day. We saw a lot of grenades last season. This season we start a little bit more quiet with the grenades. We saw that MTS used that in the last map in Bermuda, but for sure things have changed. We saw that the snipers were not so used in the first 3 matches. So let's see what is going to be the new goal for this season, Marcelo.
And I want to see what will be the new meta gaming for the season, as we see the gaming houses for the season. We see Vivocade down here. We see Corinthians by the right side, and I didn't get what was the team
in the
middle.
Yeah,
it was. We had to take it off the screen, because we have I want to say it. Yes, we have it.
What is that, Marcelo?
We're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R1D4 heading straight to Purgatory. This is your captain, myself, Fiantini, and by my side, my co-pilot, Carol Bombshell, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten our boards, because it's time to drop, Carol!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the map of Purgatory. We already watch a lot of stuff here. We watch the great Booyah from Team Coda Solid, but it's a new time, it's a new day, and they are feeling good. So let's see who is going to get the second Booyah in Purgatory today, because XD and Bondi are already going to Brasília.
XD, Bondi, and Fluxo. Fluxo also near there. And now we see Brenin, one of the kill leaders for the day, trying to hold on to the position that XD chose to play. We see that they are trying to take on the The storage house is over there. We saw Team Coda Solid going for the Ski Lodge, their usual drop call from last season. And we see Brokofé already trying to get the first blood, and he got the first blood over the player from Los Grandes.
Ooh.
We see it was Mamute.
Mamute.
Good. Rafa X and MVR still on the fight. Brokofé trying to rotate, trying to surprise them from a better positioning, trying to flank them in this fight. And Team Solomid once again preparing the trap, opening their players ahead of a squad and closing in at one time. The same thing that they did on the past match, but it seems that Bob lost its connection.
Was that a connection, or they Los Grandes got a
I don't
kill over
know.
them?
I didn't see the name of Bob on the kill feed. But now Gus is trying to go over Vini XL. Vini has weaponry. He can fight. He has a submachine gun to fight from a close range. But Gus with the experience puts him down on the floor. Napon is coming over with the Vector. He puts Rafa X to the floor. Now 2 players down from Los Grandes and only Gus to fight. But Gus finishes off Vini XL. Team Solomid with 3 kills already on the players of Los Grandes. And now Gus is targeted. He is the last player remaining for Los Grandes. And Team Solomid can get the quick squad wipe, once again being the first team to wipe out a whole squad in the match. He did it the same way against XD on the first Bermuda map of the day. We see Gus trying to hold on to himself. We know that Gus is a smart player. He last season was a guy who brought a lot of kills and a lot of points for Los Grandes.
Yes.
On that run on the end of the season to bring Los Grandes back, to put them in the finals. Gus was one of the main responsible players for Los Grandes being in the finals. And as we see, also XD, Bond, and Amazon Creeps near Brasilia. They will not fight right now. I believe they will not fight right now, but Brokofé is going after the last player from Los Grandes. He spotted Gus, and he is trying to get it with the M249. He gets space. Gus is trying to open up, but the grenade from Napon sends Los Grandes back to the lobby in the 12th position with only 2 points for kills, Carol.
Yeah, a booyah today. 1 booyah for Los Grandes today, a 2nd place for them. And in this 4th map, Marcelo, unfortunately, 2 points for killing. And which explains for us that Bob was killed by Los Grandes. But very sad for them to starting have this bad points right now. Not points, right? But I will check this out later because I want to see where the TSM were going in the first map in Purgatory, because it seems like they maybe were trying to take the call from Los Grandes.
It's possible that they still ain't got the correct drop spot and they're experiencing some spots on the map, right, Carol?
Yes, exactly, Marcelo. But what I really would like to see was the fight for the call in Brasilia between XD, the team XD, and the team Bondi that is up in there. They got a few shots against Fluxo team because Fluxo team was going to their favorite drop call in Central, right? And they got few shots against, but they didn't get any kill, right?
Indeed, they did get no kills. And Amazon Creeps with a change in their lineup. Master coming in for Vinhal, and now they're playing with Master, GG, GL, and Salles for this 4th map of the day. Let's see how they fare off. They didn't get a good first Purgatory map. They played for only 2 minutes. They got trampled by Team Coda Solid, who went up on to get the booyah on the first map. And Amazon Creeps finished off the first map with no points. but now they are taking their spot in Brasilia. Bonji took the center of the stage, and that was something that R7 did a lot with before last season.
Yes, exactly, and he was such a great player for before. I think he was one of the best players that before had, and before we'll feel that this season with R7 out of their team. But if we are talking about great team, we have to point it out that Corinthians is still stuck in with the same squad. Marcelo, Gelo, Razuri, Ousado, and Zenak. They got a great Buia with a lot of points, and right now they are trying to come for that again.
And we saw last season when Corinthians, with this squad, chose to play, I'm gonna use the word seriously, but that's not what I mean. I'm not saying that they didn't play seriously on the other maps, but when they chose to play with their hearts on on their hands, they got that week with an amazing triple Booyah to start the day, and then they stepped on the brakes and tried to take out some teams.
But
and now look at what they're doing.
Yeah, and look at Brasilia. So crowded right now. Nitrox, Corinthians, Fluxo Team, XD, Bond, Amazon Creeps, Cinco da Solid in the upper side. So it tells me the safe zone will shrink in the middle of Brasilia, Marcelo. And we saw that who controls the center usually get the Booyah, but it's going to be hard to try to figure out who is going to do that right now, because every single team, it's inside of Brasilia right now. And personally, I really like when Brazil is crowded.
I love when we get that complete total war inside of the last safe zone. It just gives me more work because I have to shout like mad. But I like to shout, so I'm happy with that. But we see that all teams are indeed rotating to the middle of Brasilia. And now XD is trying to intercept Vivocade. Vivocade, who had an awful first map, an awful first Purgatory map. And XD had a good map. So Angelo right now is the one trying to lead with the help of Luignet. He spots that God going over. He spots Modestia General. He tries to shoot, but he gets no damage on the players. But Nando9 goes down. A nice headshot puts Nando9 down. Luignet, who could not find the shots on the other players from Vivocade, puts Nando9 to sleep with a nice bullet on the head. A warm hug to Zach De La Rocha and the Rage Against the Machine band. A bullet in their head. Nando9 and General go down, and now Angelo is coming over. He will try to trample the players from Vivocade. Luignet gets far away. Angelo with 2 grenades, put General and Nando9 to the lobby. Nice work by XD. They got 3 kills. Only 1 player remaining for Vivocade. It's Modestia. The grenades from Angelo are coming in. Modestia is still inside of the house, and now Flux will join the fight. We will have a triple fight inside of that house. Vivocade gets wiped out by Fuck. No points for Vivocade in this map. Bad day for Vivocade in Purgatory. But now Fluxo is coming after XD, and they will go back to their starting positions to fight against Fluxo with a nice positioning. Intelligent play by XD right now. They advanced to get the points on the players that they took down from Vivocade, and now they regroup and retake their positions where they got the advantage fighting against the teams coming inside of Brasilia. And that will happen to Fluxo right now, Carol.
And Fluxo, they have to manage to get, Marcelo, a good position. If I were them, I would definitely avoid that. And only gauge if for the win, because they are not in a good position in our rankings right now. And I always say the first 2 weeks, it is essential for you to open gaps ahead of the other teams. It is a great opportunity for you to get an amazing amount of points.
That's what Corinthians did last season.
Exactly. So that's the right chance for them to get more points than the others in advantage, you know, so they will not worry to the half of the competition.
And that's how those Gandhis got to the finals last season.
Yeah.
The points that they scored on the first weeks helped them a lot on the end of the run.
Yeah.
They had an awful mid-season. They had a good end of season, but their start of the season was amazing, and that took them to the finals inside of the top 12 on the rankings. We gotta remind you, the first 12 teams on the rankings will be on the finals, and we have Netshoes Miners inside of the house in Brazil.
A quick note for Netshoes Miners, they are playing with the new squad. Broyle, Field, and Rick. Only Natividade remain from the old squad, but
not Peusada.
But they are playing with the new squad. I mean, Peusada is a new one. He could be in that, but what I'm trying to say is that Broyle, Field, and Rick, it is the... I mean, Netshoes Miners is betting that the new squad will give them more chances. But like we are talking about, the chance to get more points in the beginning is crucial. And they are maybe, you know, not doing a good choice of putting the new guys to play.
They lost important players. They lost Cebolinha, who was an amazing player for the squad. They brought Field, they brought Rick, they brought Broilo, they brought Peusada. And it seems that they still didn't find the best lineup. However, they are already inside of Brasilia. And it seems that they will at least have a good position to fight. They will not be running throughout the whole match as we got used to seeing they do in the last season. Running throughout the whole map. Now they got the positioning and they will do. And look at who is in the center of the center of the center of Brasilia. Amazon Creeps.
Finally, they will have Marcelo opportunity to be in the game and
Peace
not
to
to
fight.
die. Yeah, peace to fight, exactly. If they say, ooh, and they are
all
definitely
theirs. It's all theirs.
They are definitely in the middle of the safe zone, Marcelo. Right now, they will have I mean, when you are in the middle of the safe zone, you have to be aware. You have to fight every single side, Marcelo.
I love the hair of Sem Nome.
You have to.
Just
you
love
have
the hair of
to
this guy.
defend every single side around you.
Yeah, and they got to the better spot that they can have. They finally have a chance.
They need to defend it.
They have a chance to fight. They just need to defend it well. And we've seen in Purgatory they trying to defend with a bad positioning and Team Coda Solid trampling them. This time we'll get to see how they will do with a good positioning. And that's important for us to understand what will be the role for Amazon Creeps throughout the whole season. As we see Corinthians trying to go over Nitrox top 10, we see Ousado leading the charge for Corinthians. We see Hazur by his side, Gelo and Zenak also coming in, and they are trying to rotate and to surprise Nitrox top 10. Ousado has the grenade launcher. He's trying to put the bombs to explode onto the Nitrox top 10 squad, and now Gelo is using his eyes to protect himself on the open field as Ousado tries to get the best positioning to fight. Romeo is leading the charge for Nitrox top 10 with Head by his side. Gelo rotates. He tries to go over, tries to enter the Kronos, but Romeo puts him down. Nice work with the double vector, and he will be sent back to the lobby. Hazur with the scythe. He puts Head down. Nice job by Hazur now inside of the Kronos. But Chinese and Romeo bring it back. Send two players down for Corinthians. Only Ousado still fighting inside of the gas. He has nowhere to run. He will have to fight or he will die. But the kill from Hazur is confirmed. The player is down. And now we see Netshoes Miners fighting against XD as well. The two teams are meeting each other once again. But Bondi is also near there, and he sends Angelo back to the lobby. She's there now with one less player to fight. Corinthians gets wiped out because Ousado was inside of the safe zone. He could not leave, and he chose not to award points to the other teams. However, Bondi still fighting against the Nitrox top 10 squad that got to inside of the safe zone right now, and Team Coda Solid holding the door for the SS Esports squad. But Fluxo is coming once again to enter that amazing fight. See us with the grenade. He chose to use another grenade and now he's flanking. Japa BKR trying to rotate. Natividade puts one more player from XD back to the floor. Reaching XD uses its grenade launcher, but XD will be wiped out by Natividade, doing a great job for Netshoes Miners. Japa BKR leading the charge for Fluxo. Team Corazon tried to hold on to its faith. CS with the grenades. We know what he did on the last season with the grenades. He was the MVP by the usage of grenades, and he puts Vitinho XP down with the grenades. CS once again, the grenades are coming in. Dangerous spot for Pack and Pão right now. The players still fighting for Team Coda Solid. Fox goes to the floor, and once again the grenade puts back on the ground. CS with a triple kill. He has one more player to fight, and Team Coda Solid gets wiped out because Bonji is coming in. Level up our 719. They go over, trying to take MTS. MTS goes down, and SS Esports is back on the lobby. Once again, the grenade by R7. CS now with the top-down view, trying to find the players from the Amazon Creep squad. Brocofé is dealing with the players from Fluxo, but Team Solomid will be left out of the top 4. Nice job by Fluxo getting inside of the top 4 with CS and Japa BKR, the two main players for this squad, still alive and fighting for that booyah. Broilo goes down, and the Netshoes Miners with only 3 players to fight on that last safe zone. And look at who is still there. Amazon Creeps in the top 4. Let's see how will they do it. But R7 doing an incredible job, sending Fluxo back to the lobby. Now the fight going on between Bonji and the Netshoes Miners. Vitor trying to rotate, trying to find the players. There's one down for the Netshoes Miners. Higgs still trying to hold on to its positioning, but Master found the spot of R7. Netshoes Miners go down, only 2 teams still remaining. Now GL finds the kill on Vitor. It's Amazon Creeps against Bonji. Let's see how the newcomers will settle this fight. R7 and 19. Good job by the 2 players. Only 2 to fight for Amazon Creeps. And now we have Level Up and 19. It's a 3-on-2 fight. GG puts Level Up down with a nice headshot. It's a 2 versus 2. 19 has the grenade launcher. He will go for the shot, and he damages a lot of GG and puts Salis down. It's Booyah Bonji! Those guys are incredible, Carol. This team is amazing. R7, 19, Level Up, Vitor. That's an amazing squad, and the booyah goes to Bonji, Carol.
Oh my freaking god, Marcelo. What is going on here? For the first time in the first round of Free Fire Brazilian League, a team managed to get 17 kills. 29 points for this match. Of course, we got a record broke by Furia team in Kalahari. They got 33 points, but right now it's starting
this season,
and Vivocade as well. But starting the season with 29 points, Marcelo, I mean, it is amazing. Great stuff coming from Bond. That Level Up, who is the owner of the team, he managed to choose the right players. On 19, R7 12 kills, they score 17 kills, just to point it out. R7 12 kills, 19 9 kills, and Victor 7 8 kills, Marcelo. What a great stuff.
I'm amazed by what those guys are doing. They had 29 points on the first 3 maps. They were on the 3rd place on the rankings, or the 4th place on the rankings. They were on the top of the table, and now they get 29 points. Look at what R7 is doing.
For God's sake, and these guys are unstoppable, Marcelo. And look at the difference again, once again, between the 1st and the 2nd place. Bond with 29 points. Fluxo team that actually went back to the lobby in the 4th position, but because of the 5 kills, they managed to get the amount of points for the 2nd place. And we have to congratulate Amazon Creeps right now, that managed to be inside of a good spot in the late stages of the game, getting their kills, and they went to the 2nd place, but finalizing in the 31 because of the low points for killing.
I mean, that was a good game by Fluxo, by Amazon Creeps, by Team Coda Solid with 6 points. But Bonji just came to play. I'm amazed by this team. I mean, it's their debut.
And if
It's
we
their
follow
first day playing together.
If we follow the flow, what do we do with the bond?
We take the Bonji.
We take the bond. So let's take this bond because they are unstoppable, Marcelo. They are.
Or we don't
Wow.
look at our sides. Because não olha pro lado, quem tá passando é o bonde. The Funk already said. And now we got to check out the standings because they went to near 60 points on the 4th map of the day, Carol. They went to 63 points on the day.
Look at how many
In
kills.
4 maps.
Look how many kills.
33 kills.
Wow.
In 4 maps. This team is amazing to watch.
Why I didn't put any of them in my squad?
I put R7 tomorrow. Oh! I had to put R7 today.
Oh,
I'm
dang
mad.
it.
I'm mad. But they already got 23 points ahead of Team Coda Solid. They can go with no points on Kalahari. Team Coda Solid may score a Booyah and 10 kills that they will not get to Bonji. It's incredible to see what those guys are doing today. Amazon Creeps, good job getting closer to SS Esports, getting closer to Vivo Kate, and she's there taking the 8th position. But being left out of the first day of contention, even though they are 14 points behind Team Coda Solid, which is an okay margin, they are 37 points behind Bonji.
And with one Booyah.
With one Booyah.
One Booyah in the 4th round. In the 4th match, I mean, one Booyah, 63 points, 33 points for killing. It is amazing. It is speechless for us right now to say anything about this team. Not just pointed out that they are really good. 1-9, Victor 7, R7, Level Up are doing an amazing job here, Marcelo.
And this, Carol, makes me wonder how will B4 work without R7 tomorrow. I'm eager to see B4 right now because look at what R7 is doing with Bonji. They gave him the freedom to play, to be the leader, and he's not playing by Lobato, by Juan, by Iago right now, and he's shining.
He is definitely.
He's shining high, and we gotta give it to Level Up.
Yeah.
He's the owner of the team, and he is the captain of the team, the in-game leader of the team. And not only he chose the better players he could choose, but he set them to roles and to work on specific functions that are working so well for them that the team is incredible.
But Marcelo, if you are worried about B4 right now, of course, taking R7 out of the team will make a great difference. But they still counting with Iago. Iago, who was also, they finished last season placed by in the top 5 or in the top 10 of our MVPs. Lobato, Juan, who is a former MVP, and they are bringing a new face, which is Prozin. So B4 still got a very heavy squad. They will face off with Bond, and only for us to watch tomorrow to see what is going to be, who is going to be the best one. But today, Marcelo, the matches started very disputed.
They started disputed and they will finish disputed, but after a quick break for us to breathe a little bit because 29 points is amazing. We are back live and we have our guys by our side. Back live with us. We're seeing the gaming houses for the players. We see SS Esports. We see XD over there. We also see the players from Corinthians, Los Grandes, also there. And we also have sites on our road. You know which road?
Which one?
The road to take off the airplane, because we're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R1D5 heading straight to Kalahari. This is your captain Marcelo Ferrantini, and right my side, my co-pilot Carol Bombshell invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop Carol!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the desert of Kalahari, the last time you're going to watch a Group B playing here today, so don't hold your horses because they are not definitely holding theirs. And let's see what they have prepared for us, because we know that Team Coda Solid already made their day today. Unfortunately, they are losing the first place for Bond, and maybe that's why they are bringing a Loki Marcelo to play in this 5th match here in Kalahari.
And it's not the Alok, not the
I'm not sure if it is Alok or if it's Alok 10.
Alok 10, but it's not, it's not Alok the musician, the DJ.
No, it's because I thought it was Alok, you know, to not copy the DJ, so that's why I'm saying Alok. We have
I don't know, we'll confirm that. But we already have some teams trying to quietly wait for SS Esports to go. It's Nitrox up 10 near the prison over there. They're quiet. They might be trying to ambush SS Esports, and if Seinomi goes down a floor, he will be trampled by Romeo. Romeo with the Mac 10 will destroy Seinomi on the close range, and Seinomi is with no weapon on its hand. We see MTS over there, Phoenix, that came to play, and it's put on over there as well. We ain't see not much of SS Esports today. They are playing the quiet game. They're not making the splash that we are used from SS Esports. And now Nitrox Top 10 might try to surprise them on the prison.
And I mean, SS Sports trying to engage in the early stages of the game could be very bad for them. Them that had an amazing career last season. They were one of the best teams, but right now they are facing off some problems.
They are facing some problems, and they were indeed ambushed by the players from Nitrox Top 10. Shinez is running, trying to find a good position to fight. He's rotating. He has Phoenix and Butch on coming for him. He saw Phoenix coming out of the window, and he chose to leave the spot. But now Shinez is out on the open with Head. He has weapons right now. He has a suit off to try to go for this fight, but SS Esports took their location inside of the prison, and now they have the information on their spot. Dangerous moment for Nitrox Top 10, a team that is having a good day today, that is fighting for the top 5, but SS Esports went for it and took their spot in the prison. Now we see Romeo using the grenades to take Seinomi out of his position, and now he rotates to the tower, and now to leave the prison over there. They will indeed allow SS Esports to stay inside of the prison, and they will be free. I think it's the first time that someone do not want to leave the prison, right, Carol?
I want to leave the prison. I don't know about them, but
I've never been in prison, actually.
But what is more complicated right now to be in prison, Marcel, would it be for Los Grandes to survive once again, to try to identify the late stages of the game, the safe zone? Because what I'm seeing from them right now, it is that they get the loot and equipment that they need, what's necessary, and they go straight to a place where they can remain alive until the final stage of the game. But they were facing against Bond right now, and that's could be dangerous because Bond came today very heavy, a team very strong.
I'm amazed to see what Bonji is doing today. I like what I see from those guys, and look at 1-9, well positioned, trying to take off the players from Los Grandes. They are using the side of the refinery to protect themselves. And once again, we have our sponsors on the screen for you guys for the best place of the day. But the Bonji squad still on the top of the hill, waiting for Los Grandes to leave, and it's a matter of who has to leave their position first, right, Carol?
Yes.
If the safe zone favors Los Grandes and Bonji is forced to go down that hill, bad for them. If the safe zone forces Los Grandes to leave the house, bad for Los Grandes, right?
Yeah, but I personally prefer the position of Bonji because they got the upper view, the higher view to see not only below them but around them, you know, and that's why makes Kalahari such a good place for AWM, the sniper. And I'm not seeing any player from Bone team with a sniper rifle right now.
And now we see Netshoes, Miners, and Vivokid close to each other, but now SS Esports is trying to go over the players from Nitrox Top 10, and the first blood goes to the hands of SS Esports. Phoenix is helped by Boot On, and the Nitrox Top 10 team did their time. They wanted to leave prison, but they could not without a casualty. And now we have to call the warden because fights are going on inside of the prison. The rebellion is on their burning blankets, and I do not like it.
Marcelo, he's really getting into the character, right, guys? He really feels
I watch
it.
too
He's
much
so
Oz in
dramatic.
my life. I watch it too much Oz in my life. I'm watching for real on right now, and it happens inside of the prison. And I did my time. And I want to get out of here. I did my time.
You did your time. I got it.
And now Phoenix is going over, and Chinese knew about it. He sends Phoenix to the floor, and he gets in a better position to fight against Boot On, who left the blonde hair out, and that made him. It seems that it made him a little calmer. The lack of the blonde hair put the big dog in a more tranquil way, I need to say.
I feel like Marcelo will dream about the Sennomi hairs.
No, I'm talking about Boot On, who is not blonde anymore.
Oh yeah, he's not.
He's not blonde anymore. I'm mad. That was the trademark of the big dog. The blonde hair. I'm mad. Please. Diet again. And right now we can already figure out where is going to be the late stages of the game. They are going a little bit to Can you imagine that god without the blonde hair?
No, I can't.
That's the same thing we put on. Please continue.
And we can already figure it out, trying to see where the game will take us. And what is more important right now is not only to secure the middle of the safe zone, but to get the guts to win. We saw that Amazon Creeps in the last match, Marcelo, they were in the middle of the safe zone, but they only got 2 kills. And they went to the back to the lobby in the second place because Bond won it, but they didn't score more than Fluxo team, for example, because it doesn't matter. It matters a lot if you are in the middle of the safe zone, but
it doesn't matter what your name is. That's a The Rock reference.
But also you have to get the opportunity to try to score kills, so don't be scared and go for it because we like to watch the kills.
We like to watch the kills, but Amazon Creep seems to be trying to locate themselves on the Serie A first to understand the game. However, we have Bonji and Xisdale once again facing each other. Angelo is well positioned, but R7 went crazy on him, and Brenin puts 1-9 to the floor. Nice job starting the fight for Xisdale. Now Angelo puts R7 to the ground. Can Xisdale stop Bonji? That's what it seems. But Japa BKR stole the kill from Xisdale. And now level up is on the floor. Fuck puts a player from She's Dead to the ground, and now She's Dead will fight with one less player. But Bonji is sent back to the lobby in the last position after a 29 points match, Carol.
And I mean, Marcelo, right now it is really important for them to get a better position, because we know that the high grounds can help them, but if the high grounds help the sniper rifles, they have to be very worried, because Luignet, who is their supporter of the team, is already back in the lobby. So it's all in the hands of Angelo, Brenin, and Debzada.
It seems that Debzada will be the one taking the role of the support for the rest of the match. And we see Brenin trying to control the side of the hill, because he knows that Fluxo and Corinthians are coming from there, and maybe Los Grandes as well. That's what the position where Bonji was trying to control Los Grandes, and Los Grandes did not see the opportunity to leave that place while Bonji was fighting. And now we see the control post zone getting disputed between SS Esports and Team Corasol. Vitin puts 2 players down with the grenade, but Pão and Alokio now on the floor. Quali will be the one helping his teammates, but Buchon is also on the floor. Vitin XP, who also got 2 casualties with the grenade, now going over, but MTS with the grenade puts Pão down, and Alokio back on the lobby, but Quali is going over, and the double kill by Quali to send SS Esports back to the lobby. He was leading the score before the last match, and he's having an incredible day today, Carol.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. He's still leading the charge for the MVP. So far, so good, so amazing for Team Corasol. Even though they are down to 3, I'm pretty much sure they are very confident to get in the late stages of Kalahari map, which is going to be proved right now for Vivo Kid and Los Grandes.
Let's see how this fight will go on. The grenades are coming in. Gus takes damage, and Cebolinha came to play. Cebolinha came to play for Los Grandes, debuting for Los Grandes in LBFF. We have Gus, MVR, Mamute, and Cebolinha. Rafa X went to the bench, went to rest a little bit, but now the fight is going on. Cebolinha playing the sniper rifle for Los Grandes right now. Grenades are coming in. Nando, 9 and Modestia go down. Nice grenade by Gus. Will he finish it off? Will he finish the 3 players from Vivo Kate off right now? The grenades are coming, but he could not find the target. He did send 2 players down, but they were helped by Dead God. Dead God still rotating to the antenna. He tries to remain alive, but the grenades are coming in hard. Vivo Kate still with the 4 players remaining. All of them are on their feet. Players from Amazon Crypts are going down. Japa BKR finished off Salis and get some more points for Fluxo. Fluxo is quietly amassing a good amount of points. Angelo puts Nando 9 down with a nice headshot, and now Los Grandes have the advantage to fight against Vivo Kate. Broilo puts Angelo down and finish him off. Quali sends that guy to the floor. Team Corasol also joining this fight on the edge of the safe zone. Netshoes Miners are going for the center of the safe zone, but they have to go over. She's there with 2 players, have to defend themselves. They lost Angelo, and they lost also their support, who was Luignet, and they now go down. Netshoes Miners just trampled She's there. Gus, he has the information on Modestia, and he's going for Modestia. But Brokofet joins that battle and puts Vitin XP back on the lobby. Now General goes down. Mamute and Cebolinha doing a good job to hold on to Vivo Kate and to send them back to the lobby. Los Grandes gets 4 kills, and now Gus will be helped by a teammate. So Los Grandes will be able to fight with 4 players. Will they be or not? No, it doesn't seem so. Gus will go down on the floor, and Fluxo now gets 7 kills. Cias doing a good job and sending Bravo back to the lobby. Fluxo has the refinery position, and now they will rotate. They have Team Solomid and Corinthians below them, and Ousado puts Napon down on the floor. The grenades from CS are coming. He tries to find some shots, he tries to find some damage, but Ousado sends Team Solomid down with 3 players right now. Hazur will be the one leading the rush. Vini XL is the only one remaining for Solomid. Please, Carol.
And that's an awful position to go to the final stages of the game, right? Because the players cannot meet face to face, It is awful.
It's tough for us to understand what's going on.
Yes.
We have one player still remaining for Amazon Crips, but 4 squads are almost full. We have Los Grandes with 3 players, but every other squad between besides Los Grandes and Amazon Crips have their 4 players, and Fluxo already with 7 kills. We talked about they scoring points quietly. Now they got 4 kills, and Cias gets the kill on GG with the sniper rifle. Field, he's trying to reposition himself. He's trying to find the information on the other teams. He knows that there is a team on the top of the refinery. But Fuck sends a player down, and now Japa Bicar fell down to his death from the top of the refinery. A nice grenade by Natividade sends MVR to the ground, and now he will send him back to the lobby. Another nice goal B by Natividade. He was one of the runner-ups for the Goal B award last season.
Yes.
But he does an amazing job with the grenades. But now Cias, who also did an amazing job and was the champion of the Goal B award, is trying to come, but Fuck fell down as well. Fluxo losing players to the gravity. And now Cias, oh, see the grenade! Cias! Wow. Sending 2 players from Corinthians down, but Fluxo gets down, and now Netshoes Miners have the advantage, and it's Booyah! Netshoes Miners! Finally they came to play! Finally the Kala Miners showed up!
And they showed up in Kalahari, Kala Miners.
Finally, the Kala Miners showed up. And even though they didn't have the best positioning, they had the best grenades on the hands of Natividade. And they sent everybody back to the lobby and got the Booyah, Carol.
Our 5th Booyah is set right now, but by Netshoes Miners, Marcelo. An amazing Booyah with 6 kills by the ends of the late stages in Kalahari, which I said a little bit early that was an awful position to fight, and you have to be really aware of every single one around you, above of you. So Netshoes Miners really did an amazing Booyah. And Fluxo team, Marcelo, they went back to the lobby in the 3rd place again, but they got the point for the 2nd place. Once again, they are showing us quite a consistency and stay at least in the top 3.
And we gotta say that Cias tried to do the right thing. He put 2 players down from Corinthians, and he could not finish them off, and he left those kills to go for the Netshoes Miners players. That those kills would have taken Fluxo to the 1st place on the points. However, Netshoes Miners with an amazing job to finish off that match, and Corinthians showing up. Some rays of light are shining from Corinthians. Another good match by Los Grandes, and Team Solo Mid quietly having a good day. They're going for the top of the standings. We have Bonji with no points. They were the first team out. She's did a great job eliminating Bonji, but they got only 3 points, however.
Yeah, not worth it.
So this was a map that all teams scored good points, except for Bonji, who did not score any. But we didn't have a team scoring a huge amount of points. The 2 best teams scored 18 points. So this messes up a little bit with the standings, right?
Yes, exactly. We'll definitely mess up a little bit with the stand, especially because even though Team Coda Solid didn't have an amazing match, we saw by the 8th position where they went down, they still got more 7 points, 4 for killing and a few more for their position, which keeps them 47 points. Let's say 47 points, which they are going to the 63 points that Bonji have, and they can get it in the next map. Who knows?
And Bonji went from Booyah to bottom.
Yes.
But let's see who gets the top and the bottom of our standings. As of right now, Bonji is still leading, but Fluxo getting closer.
Because of the 2 second places of Fluxo team, they are right now placed in the 2nd place of our table of our standings, which is really good to see. We saw this same presence of them last season, Marcelo, where they were always between the top 3, the top 5, and right now they are back to showing us that they still got it because of Cias, of course. Cias, the MVP, it's helping them once again. He was the MVP for this last match. He's doing an amazing job, and I'm pretty much sure the guys at home that chose him to be in their Free Fire squad that spent a lot of money. They are very happy right now because Cias, it's once again doing an amazing job this season, this 6th season, Marcelo. But who is still dominating is Bond, and Bond will come for the last match strong again.
I believe they can do it.
You believe you can fly as well?
I always believe I can fly.
Okay.
But only because I'm too scared of heights, I don't try. But I know I can fly. But we see Team Solomid with nice 42 points for the day. We see Xd falling the tables, but what amazes me is SS Esports on the bottom of the table and Vivocade on the bottom of the table. It seems that they are overwhelmed by the quickness of play by the end of the game. The game is starting slowly and slowly, as Vivocade did not like last season. When the game started slowly, Vivocade did not perform well. They are a team that goes for the fight, and that's not giving them a good time.
Yes, exactly. And I mean, they cannot quite fit their game to the end game. That's more wise to say. But what I really like to see is that Bond, it's as a newcomer team this season, even though they don't get newcomers in their specifically squad they are playing, they belong to the Group A, Marcel. In Group A, we know they are the home team for this weekend. They play today and tomorrow, so Bond team is doing the right thing, opening a big gap ahead of the other teams of numbers of points this season, and that will help them by the middle of our competition, by the end of their competition. So they are doing their job here today.
It's possible, it's plausible to think that maybe Bonji will reach the 100 points mark in the first week. It's not impossible, but we will see how will they fare off on the last map after a quick break, and we'll be right back. We are back live and we have one more map for you guys. today in LBFF Season 6. And tomorrow we'll have 6 more maps with groups A and C fighting for the top of the standings as we have the guys getting ready by our sides right now. And Carol, I'm eager to see if Corinthians will come strong as they did on Bermuda and as they did in this past Kalahari map.
Yes, we saw that last season Bermuda was actually one of the best maps for Corinthians. And they are showing us again that they still maybe it is, because they got their first booyah here today in Bermuda map. So again, we are coming back to Bermuda, the last map of today, the last match today to the opening season of Free Fire Brazilian League. Will Corinthians get a double booyah? We haven't got any double booyahs today.
We still ain't got no double booyahs. However, we got 5 takeoffs authorized. No, 6 takeoffs authorized. Sorry, clear to take off. So let's hit the skies. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R1D6 heading straight to Bermuda. This is your captain, Marcelo Ferrantini. And by my side, my co-pilot, Carol Bombshell, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Carol!
Ladies and gentlemen, kids and pets, be ready to drop in Bermuda map. We know that we love this map. I love this map, you love this map, and so the players. Let's see if the team XD is aware right now of the rotation of TSM, or if we are going to have them back to the lobby early again. But one thing is for sure, we still don't know the winner of this match. But look at Jubinha!
Jubinha is back! Jubinha is back, and SS Esports is back with their former squad, the squad that they had throughout the whole last season, and that got them to amazing results and to the finals. Let's see if that will happen once again for the season. We see MTS, Jubinha, Boot On, and Phoenix. I like that squad.
I really enjoy the squad as well, especially because Jubinha and Phoenix, they came from Black Dragons from last season, the season 4. And they make as well a really great duo, which tells me they should have been played the whole day together. They are very good together, and I know they gotta have they needed to give the new player space and opportunity to play, but I would starting the day, because coming back to the thing that we were talking about, how crucial it is the first round is, I would keep the same squad that got a very good performance from last season. And
1-9 brought the Saitama! He finally brought the Saitama!
Marcelo loves the
I missed
Saitama
this.
skin.
I missed 1-9 playing the Saitama, and R7 brought the Saitama as well.
It is the Saitama squad, no, because Victor 7
Victor is not with
with
the
the
Saitama.
ninja.
Oh, I wanted to see a One Punch Man squad. One Punch Man is a nice anime. I endorse it.
Did you play while there was the promotion of Street Fighter?
Of course I did.
Did you get the skins?
No.
I did.
Damn!
I got the Chun-Li.
I wanted Ryu. Or Chun-Li.
And they got the emote, the
Kiko show from Chun-Li.
Yeah.
And the Hadouken for him.
the Hadouken, yeah.
For Ryu.
Oh, dang it.
I didn't get any.
Poor Marcelo, but
I'm mad
looks
right now.
like right now they came for TSM, Marcelo, because they climb off of observatory, coming to the graveyard and going to the blue eyes, trying to find TSM. How mad are them right now?
And it seems that TSM is running from them right now. I don't know if they have the information of XD, of XD, getting closer, and they are trying to avenge what they suffered in the first Bermuda map of the day, as TSM closed on to XD and got the whole squad wiped right by the start of the match. But now the first player down is Brenin from XD. He was sent down by Bob, but now the shots are coming in against Bob. XD trying to find the best positioning to fight, but the better positioning is TSMs. However, she's they got the best looting spot of the map. They got to inside of the blue zone, and they can get some payoff out of it, Carol.
Yes, and I will love to watch that because they were caught by surprise in observatory during the rotation of TSM where they trapped this She's the team. But right now it is time for the payback. But Marcelo, they decided not to engage, which I think is very wise. And the safe zone is very tricky because it's not in the middle, but it's going to Clocker Tower. It can go to Factory Poshinok, it can go to the riverside, so it's going to be very interesting to see where the safe zone will take us and where the competition will happen, because she's there right now. They are getting close of Nightshade Miners.
They chose not to engage against Team Solo Mid because they lost Brenin. They took Brenin took a headshot, and now he once again taking damage, but this time was because of the fall. Louis Guinette's trying to get some information inside of the hangar. And Team Coda Solid probably engaging a fight against Fluxo. Fak already has the information, and now R7 puts a player down for Nitrox Top 10, but they bring it back. 1-9 is down. Nitrox Top 10 fighting against Bonji right now. Japa BKR trying to use the M249 on their better positioning. Godkill puts quality to the floor, and now Nitrox Top 10 is going inside of the factory to fight against the Bonji squad. Head Brabo sent down on the floor, and now Nitrox Top 10 is still trying to fight, but R7 will go down. He will not be helped by its teammates. They are far away from him, and now Head gets the confirmation on the kill. Fak puts Vitin back to the lobby as well. Fluxo and Team Coda Solid still fighting. And now this fight between Nitrox Top 10 against Bonji is a 3-on-2 fight because they got one more kill on the players from Bonji.
And Bonji, that went to the Clocker Town, they quickly did a rotation to Factory to trying to dominate the Factory, which I think is very good because Factory is also close to the middle of the next safe zone, but it's going to be very hard for them to climb off of there because Nitrox Top 10 will block their way.
And now we see Romeo that got the spot on the starting lineup. He was a sub last season for Nitrox Top 10 with the exit of Vitor from the squad. He gets the spot on the starting lineup, and he's doing a good job. We see Head trying to find the shots on Vitor. That's a grudge match going on between Vitor and his former teammates. But now Head tries to find the information on Vitor. He rotates, he gives some information, some fake information, but now he went for the best position and level up, puts Chinese to the ground. Once again, Vitor putting Romeo. Will the team from Bonji live with the advantage on this matchup? But Head finds the shot on level up and puts him to the floor. Now it's Vitor against Head. He has the top down. What an amazing shot! Vitor gets the kill and saves the whole squad from Bonji. Leave that spot, level down. Oh my god, level up. He almost died because Vitor would not be able to revive him by the side of the pillar over there.
Marcelo even got
I didn't know what to say.
I almost had a heart attack over here as well. Oh my goodness, but what a great stuff coming from the team of Bond. I mean, we have watched great stuff coming from them the whole day. They will play tomorrow, and I can't get enough. I want to watch them. I want to see what they have prepared for us. But also right now, I need to see what is the strategy for Nightshade Miners. They got their first booyah in Kalahari, the Kala Miners as they are known. And right now, they have defending and block the way for Xde and Team TSM. They're coming right behind.
We see Field, the first one to try to get some information from Nightshade Miners. Him and Hick leading the charge for the Miners. But now Vini XL, he will be the one leading for Team Solo Mid. Trying to get a good spot, trying to understand the rotation from the other teams, as we see Bob and Brogofé Also rotating, Napon is already ahead of them, and he will be joined by Bobby. We see that this team Solomid, who is having a good day today, wanting to get to a better positioning and maybe engage into the fight of the top of the rankings against Fluxo, against Bondi. Let's check out how this will fare off for Team Solomid.
And actually, Marcelo, I think each one of them are very, very good. Actually, the team is doing an amazing performance today. It's a new team. They count with a rush, a play for Santos in the LBFF season 4, and also for Santos in season 5. Okay.
But let's see what's going on, because Napon was sent back to the lobby by a nice headshot from field. We see that Broilo is trying to capitalize on that headshot, but Vini Excel is helped. Napon is also helped over there, and Brokofé sent Rick to the floor. Rick was also helped by its teammates. Now Field trying to break the chrono over there, and Brokofé is holding on near the tree. Vini Excel also using the ice, but now Los Grandes going over against Team Coda Solid. 2 players down from Team Coda Solid already, and Los Grandes still trying to fight, still trying to engage. We see Mamute over there healing up himself. Cebolinha also in the match for Los Grandes, and they are going after Pão. They are hungry and they want some Pão. Pão uses the chrono. He has just a little bit of space to run. He tries to dribble. He tries to Ronaldinho the guys, but he was not able. And MVR gets the shots with the ball, sending Pão to the floor. And now there's only 1 player remaining for Team Coda Solid. It was a Lokyu, but he is down and out. And Team Coda Solid is back on the lobby. They will leave the top 4 for the day, probably today, Carol. And as we see, Hick is on the floor. Nativa is the one trying to help himself. Natividade uses the ice to go to Hick and to bring back his teammate to the play, as Team Solomid is holding on and avoiding the Netshoes Miners to leave that spot. Natividade is near the ice. We have Bobby over there as well, trying to get the shots. The ice is broken. Now the sights are better for Team Solomid, but they are getting shot from behind. It seems that there is a team coming from behind them, and they still ain't got no information on what team is coming after them. If it's the Netshoes Miners, if there is another team coming on, they still don't know. Napon using the grenades, trying to surprise the whole Netshoes Miners squad, but now they are aware of it, and the grenade did not hurt the players from Netshoes Miners. 1 more grenade coming in. The Netshoes Miners players go unharmed, but not after the shots. Angelo gets the kill on Vini Excel. Team Solomid is now trampled between XD and the Netshoes Miners. Napon trying to help his teammates from behind, getting the shots on the Netshoes Miners, and XD controlling the clock tower. Now have the better positioning to fight against both teams. Napon sends Hick to the floor, and he sends Hick back to the lobby as well. Will XD enjoying this fight, engage into this fight? I expect them to do it because they have the better positioning, but now there's a fight going on between SS Esports and Vivocade as well. Louis Guinet gets a takedown on a player from Netshoes Miners. Broilo goes down because of the safe zone. There is Field still remaining for Netshoes Miners. Debzada trying to use the scope to get the shots on Field, but she could not find the good shots. Broilo is on the floor. Nativa is also trying to leave the gas. Debs gets the kill. It was Brenin who got the last shot and put Natividade back on the lobby. 2 kills for the Team XD. Debzada leading the rush. She's going for the kill on Napon. Napon is the last player remaining for Team Solomid, and Netshoes Miners with only 1 player remaining as well. We see SS Esports repositioning themselves to fight against Vivocade from the top of the hills.
But Marcelo, how come Netshoes Miners could let their position be invaded for XD, and right now to lose the players for TSM? They were such a, I mean, no explanation for that.
Keep your eye open on the newcomers.
Don't be in such a hurry. Just keep calm, hold your position, because they could get 8 points for killing in each one of the teams.
And they just lost 3 players.
Exactly.
That's all they did on that fight. We see that the team from Bond could get to the top of the factory. However, it's probable that they will have to leave the top of the factory because the safe zone is only covering half of the factory. So they will probably have to leave. However, Amazon Creeps and Corinthians are also there waiting for them. And Team Solomid goes down because of Team XD and Los Grandes. They go down and they are back on the lobby. Nice job right now by XD, doing a good job. The newcomers, we see also the players from Bond. Vitor using the sniper rifle, trying to get the information. He saw a player rotating all by himself. It was Nando 9. Was it Nando 9? I don't know. It seemed to be, but MVR sends Debzada to the floor. And now Vitor sends Angelo down. GL also helping and stealing the kill against Angelo. Vivocate engaging into this fight against SS Esports. It's Dead God trying to find the kills. Vitor sends one more player from XD back to the lobby. Level up, puts Field down to the floor, and Netshoes Miners are back on the lobby. Brenin goes down as well. And now we have Dead God on the floor. The kills coming from Los Grandes. They are going for Vivocate and they are doing it better. SS Esports with Jubinha right now, getting the better position that they can get to end this match. They are going from the top down. They are having the best rotation spot for them to work right now, as we see Vivocate still trying to fight them from the bottom up, but with no success. We see Los Grandes also behind Vivocate, and there's only one player still remaining for XD. It's Wignet. Amazon Creeps still alive, and by the side of the factory have Bond on the top of the factory as well. Corinthians near the factory, and Fluxo rotating. A quiet game by Fluxo, but once again a consistent day for the former runner-ups on the World Series. The clock ticks at 16 minutes, and now Corinthians is going after the players from Amazon Creeps. Saris sends Victor back to the lobby. Gelo with the grenade puts 2 players down from Amazon Creeps, and General with the grenade. 3 kills for him. Only 1 player remaining for Los Grandes, as we see SS Esports tries to get the shots from the top down on the spots near the factory, and 2 teams were sent down. 3 teams. XD also goes down, but a nice job by Wignet keeping XD alive. Bondi also goes down. 4 teams remaining. Vivocate and SS Esports are fighting for the top of the hills. Who will get out of there alive? We see Vivocate with 4 kills, and SS Esports only have 1. However, they have their 4 players to fight. Phoenix is still there. General trying to get a shot, trying to take Phoenix out of the game. They are healing a little bit near the ice to engage into this fight against Modestia. Once again, he tries to shoot, but it was Dead God who was there. It was team fire going on, but Butch On is trying to jam himself inside of that ice. He is the big dog. He's trying to rush on the players from Vivocate. Modestia trying to leave that spot, but they will be faced off by Fluxo once again. But On puts that guy to the floor, and Corinthians is stealing the kills. God kill gets Osado down, and Vivocate goes back to the lobby. SS Esports still on the fight. Corinthians trying to climb up the mountain, but they have to deal with Fluxo before. CS puts Osado to the ground, and he puts Gelo as well. Hazur brings it back and takes Fark off the match. We have Japa BKR and all the Fluxo squad fighting against SS Esports. Jubinha goes down. They are trying to get the best position. Godkill gets eliminated by MTS. Japa BKR gets the nice shot on MTS. Amazing shot by Japa BKR. Fak puts Boot onto the ground. And see us! It's Booyah Fluxo! That's a consistent day. That's an amazing day. And the MVP just showed up to play Carol, the double kill from CS to win the match.
I never doubted, Marcelo, of our former MVP, CS, with his amazing grenades, but also what a great moment for Fluxo team that gets their first booyah here today. I will not say that maybe the table have changed for them because they are a couple points behind of Bond. I'm pretty much sure we'll check this out later in our standings, but a great booyah for them that start with Fak, Japa BKR, CS, and God Kill. No Brew today. Let's see if No Brew will be here tomorrow or actually next week. But Marcelo, great stuff happening from Fluxo team. We saw a lot of mistakes happening from other teams during this round in Bermuda. I feel like they are more free to play in Bermuda because they know so much Bermuda, but that's when you make mistakes. And that's okay. Today was our last, this match was our last match of today, and sadly with no double booyahs, Marcelo.
Well, let's check the highlights. Flux with 18 good points for them. MVR was the MVP of the match, and SS Esports with their former squad bringing Jubinha back to the lineup, getting to the second place. Maybe, just maybe this is their best squad.
I said
Bonji
so.
brought it back with 13 points. Corinthians and Vivo Kate also with 11 points. Good match for them. And she's there with 10 points. They needed those points to get away from the 9th, the 10th position over there. And now they got those 10 points that they needed. Also, a good job by Team Solo Mid, we gotta say. They made mistakes, as you said. Netshoes Miners also made mistakes. However, they still got to what it seems to be a good punctuation in this match. No, they only got 2 points. I was talking out of my head. And Netshoes Miners also got 2 points. Amazon Creeps, good job. 5 more points. Los Grandes with a secure day, with a safe and solid day. However, Team Coda Solid, who had a solid start of the day, did not have a good finish, as well as Nitrox up 10.
But Marcelo, what a great day, especially for Bond. Even though Bond didn't get a booyah right now for sure, but they managed to be very consistent in their place, which they went back to the lobby in the 5th place, but because of their 7 kills, they managed to be in the 30th position of this last match. It was incredible. It's speechless. I think this was one of my favorite matches of right now, of the day today, and it was amazing to watch Fluxo team getting the best performance in Bermuda right now, Marcelo. I really enjoy, and I really want to check our standings.
We need to see who is on the top of the standings right now, because Fluxo closed that gap. They were 20 something points behind Bonji, but 40 kills for Bonji in one day.
Wow.
That's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. I even pointing to Marcelo the 40 kills right now because it is unbelievable.
I want to remember how many kills did Vivo Kate got on the finals.
It was 23.
Because the 23 kills on the finals. Because no, not the record, I mean. The finals, I mean the day of the finals, because the finals had 9 matches. I don't think that they got more than 40 kills. I don't think so. However, it's incredible to see what Bonji did today. Fluxo with 71 points, also an amazing day for Fluxo. Corinthians trying to get to the top of the standings, and Los Grandes also with a good day. Team Coda Solid finishing off in the top 5, but Team Solo Mid close to the top 5. SS Esports leaving the bottom of the table and getting to the 7th place. Good jump from SS Esports. Netshoes Miners losing positions. Vivo Kate trying to get some more positions, and she's falling to the 10th place despite the 10 points that they scored, because almost all teams that scored well were behind them. Vivo Kate was behind them. SS Esports was behind them. They lost, even though they had a good match, they lost positions.
And Marcelo, I just want to point it out once again how great stuff coming from Bond right now, but also Netshoes Miners that managed to get at least one booyah and to help them, even though they had a couple of mistakes in this last match. Was incredible. But TSM, we got faces that have been played the seasons here in Free Fire Brazilian League. Even the boy Rush that didn't play today, but he's a former player from Santos, from LBF 4 and 5. But also we got one of the players that is Broco. He played LBFF Season 3 for Kaboom, and right now he is back. So I just wanted to point it out how good it is to see a team with a known name in the competitive scenario, in esports scenario, starting really good this season. It was amazing to watch the day-to-day. Corinthians also doing great stuff. But Marcelo, I have a question for you.
Please.
Who is the best team of the day?
It's Bond. We know it's Bond. So let's see how did they fare off in the day-to-day. 43 points in Purgatory. An incredible second map of Purgatory for them. They scored a destroyable 29 points in one map in Purgatory, and they didn't have amazing results in Kalahari and Bermuda, but the results that they got in Purgatory gave them 76 points in the day. R7 and Victor with more than 10 kills, R7 and 13, Victor with 11, 1-9 doing his job with 9, level up with 7. A good spread between the kills of the teams, 40 kills, and they got only one booyah. However, 40 kills makes it count, right, Carol?
Yes, definitely, but we said a lot.
I'm so sad that I cast R7 tomorrow.
We talk a lot about how spread the points in Vivo K team was during last season, but it happens to be the same for Bond right now. Our 713, Victor 11, 199, level up 7, and it's very spread, well worked. We already got maybe the MVP for today. At least R7 is remaining the MVP, which is very good. But let's check it out, the highlights of the day, Marcelo, because I want to see not only Bond, but the Fluxo team is showing up here along with Corinthians and Team Coda Solid. The individual kills that we already expected coming from R7, Victor 7,
and Quali.
Quali that is in your squad.
Quali buttering up my squad over
Yummy.
there. But we have the teams with the most kills were Bond, indeed, Fluxo and Team Coda Solid. Important day for Team Coda Solid. Nice kills for them, finishing off inside of the top 5. And Corinthians with 56 points, bringing it back after a slow start, right, Carol?
Yes, exactly. So this last match for Fluxo team was the cherry of the cake, because helped them to get more points for killing, more points for the position, and it was amazing to watch the whole squad working together. That actually, even though they were not with No Brew, we have watched this squad before doing an amazing performance, and that worked very well. But teams that we were already expecting to see, Fluxo team and Corinthians, are marking the day here today, the first day of the 6th season. But Team Coda Solid definitely impressed me today.
Team Coda Solid impressed me. Bonji impressed me a lot.
Wow.
And I expected the good result from Fluxo, and I expected a good result from Corinthians. But Bonji came to play. Team Coda Solid came to play. We saw Team Solo Mid coming to play. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, I did as well, Marcelo. What was a great start of the 6th season. Last season, the meta of the game changed. We had a very disputed season. But I feel like with this first day, 70 kills in the 4th match of today, only the first day, Marcelo, it gives us such a spoiler of we are going to watch the whole season.
We are going to get a good season. We are going to get a good season. Let's check out who are the kill leaders for the day and for the season as well. R7 with 13, Victor 7 with 11, Quali with 10, Brocofé coming up to the top of the standings with 10, and General also with 10 kills. All of them are pretty close. Only 3 kills separate R7 from the whole pack, and it shows us that the teams came to play and they came to fight. We did not have slow matches for in the day-to-day. Even though we had some matches extending themselves, they were not slow. They had confrontations happening every time, and it seems that the metagaming changed a little bit. Yes. They are going for the fights a little more than what we had last season.
Yeah, last season they worked so much with the grenades, but right now we are seeing more rushes than ever. But today is the first day. Maybe they wanted to get kills in the mano-a-mano, in the face-to-face, which is kind of quick, you know. But we are going to see and watch along the whole season what these guys will also keep bringing to us. But what comforts me right now is that tomorrow anything can happen, and probably this picture that we are seeing right now will change, or maybe not, because R7 and Victor 7 are playing tomorrow as well.
And we got to check this out. Last season, Group A showed us a dominant first week, and then they slowed down. Group C took over with Corinthians doing an amazing job. And then on the finals, Group A brought it back. Vivocate destroyed everyone and went to win the tournament. So let's see if this picture will be kind of similar for this season. Carol, I'm eager to see what will happen with Group C tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm eager to see before tomorrow. I gotta admit it.
Yeah, I'm eager to see not only our veterans teams, but the new ones, because the newcomers here today showed us great show. Ponte was the best team today, but tomorrow we also got newcomers, and that's what we are going to check it out in our agenda, Marcelo.
The schedule is coming up on the screen. We will have 3 newcomer teams on the fight: Bonji, Team Solomit, and Tropa. The airplane logo over there, it's the Tropa, fighting for Group C that has before Furia. I want to see Furia as well. Loud, I want to see Loud as well. Metagaming, I want to see Metagaming as well. And Real, I want to see Real as well. Those will be teams that have more experience, who bring a different kind of game, a different style of game, and I want to see how Tropa will adapt to its group and how they will fare off against a group that has more newcomers and newcomers who made more noise today.
And who is definitely going to make a noise tomorrow is Loud, because they are loud. Okay, the jokes apart, I'm very excited to watch the day tomorrow as well, Marcelo. I wanted to see what Bond will react to the Group C, against Group C, of course, especially because we are more excited to see before playing against them. Is that right?
After what R7 did today, I'm eager to see what before will do against them.
Yes, and in my team tomorrow, in my Free Fire squad tomorrow, Marcelo, I put Juan.
And I put R7.
So let's see what we'll bring for ourselves as well.
We got to check this out, and I want to thank you all for being here with us for the first day of LBFF Season 6. It was a pleasure to bring you the debut of the season, and it was a pleasure to be by your side once again, Carol.
Thank you so much, Marcelo. I hope you guys have enjoyed our first day, because it was a blast, and tomorrow we have a lot more of action, so I hope you guys can join us tomorrow. Mwah.
We all expect you here tomorrow on the same time at the same channel, so like and subscribe yourself and ring the bell for you guys to get the notifications, because tomorrow we will be right back, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Let's hit the skies!